Hello. Hello, everybody. Hello, pretty boy.
You're not saying
Hello.
everybody.
Hey, Anthony. Hey, Grasshopper. Hi, Sky. Hi, Cat. Hi, Cat. And I'm not sure who else we got in here. That might be it for now. We got people that aren't talking, but that's normal. And did you have a good time, Ed?
Yeah, it was a really fun wedding.
Nice.
Both both my cats just been wanting to be next to me all the time.
Well, yeah, because you were gone for a week.
Yep. First baby cat, I guess she just wanted me to pick her up so she could get to her bed easier. She sleeps on a shelf over here. And she could easily go this way, but she always has me pick her up and take her halfway, it seems like.
Now, see, you have sweet cats. When I was gone for a week in the hospital having surgery, when I came back home, Mario was pissed. He was really mad at me. Like, he always lays at my feet, but I came in and got sat down, and he had his ears pinned and was way across the room in the kitchen. And then after like an hour or so, he moved about halfway, watched me, and he moved about halfway in between me and the kitchen and pinned his ears and turned his back to me. And it took him about 3 hours before he came and laid at my feet. He was
Well,
letting me know he was not happy with me. Hi, Chew.
Bobo wasn't happy with mom and dad. That's their cat. And so he hung out with me for like 2 days until he finally decided to go back home.
Yeah, but cats can hold a grudge. I swear to God, they can. Yeah,
They can.
they can get mad at you. And Mario was definitely mad because he didn't give me permission to be gone like that. And he was not happy with me. Now, Buddy was still alive then, and he was so excited to see me that he didn't know what to do. I mean, he was just like crying. He literally had tears in his eyes. He was crying. He was so happy. And Mario was just pissed.
Yeah. Poor Buddy was probably terrified. Was somebody taking care of Buddy while you were
Yeah, yeah,
down and out?
yeah. One of my kids was coming over and taking care of him,
That's cool.
taking care of them both. So he was, he wasn't starving or anything, and he was going outside and all that kind of stuff. He was really, really, really upset. There was another time that I left him for a week while I went to an art show, and I took him up to this lady's house out in the country, and she had a bunch of kennels and stuff, and she took care of dogs, and I forget how much it cost me, but I paid her to watch Buddy for me for, I think it was for 4 days. And I took his food, and I took his favorite blanket and all that stuff. And when I went to go pick him up after I got home, when I got there, she told me that she had been really worried about him because he had not eaten for 4 days.
Oh,
All he
wow.
did was just stare out the driveway waiting for me to come back. And when we got up to his kennel and she let him out, he was so excited. He was just running circles round and round and round, and then every once in a while jumping up and licking my face and round and round and round and round and round. And I said, "Well, let's go home." And he stopped and turned around and ran back in the kennel and wolfed down the food in this bowl there real quick. And then he ran for the truck.
That was funny.
Yeah, I laughed.
Well, Bob, you got to tell me about this bird.
You don't know
You
about
haven't
him
seen
yet?
Pretty Boy? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, let's see. I've had him 12 days. It'll be 2 weeks Monday night. A guy called the Ark, and basically his sister had him like 30 years, and she passed away. Um, and they were old people. The man was 75 that called me, but nobody had been able to catch him. And the man she wanted to have him, he wouldn't have anything to do with. And so I went to their house, and he was out on the porch. in an enclosed porch. And I brought him home after about an hour, and he bit me once over there, but he's never bitten me since. And after a few days, he started wanting me to scratch his head, and then maybe the third or fourth day, he got out of the cage by accident here on the live stream. He just slipped out. But he goes back in if I put a treat in, but I never let him out. But he stays out all the time when I'm home. The dogs and cats just don't mess with him. He's formidable. Come on. Come here and let Ed see you. Come on. And he loves to say hello. He says Huawei all the time. He can't get that out of his mouth.
Oh, wow.
Huawei. And he picked up Lovely from Sarah, and he says it in her accent, too.
Trash cat, hello.
I was just giving him some clean, cool water before I put a brush in it. Come on, you want some water? Here he comes. There he is. He's too dang smart for his own good. Come on.
He's awesome, Bob.
He is, yeah. He's pretty cool. He doesn't
And he chose
step
you.
up.
And he says, hello.
Yeah,
Hello,
he says,
pretty
hello,
boy.
hi there. His name's Pretty Boy, but he never responds at all to it. And
So his mafia name is Pretty Boy Floyd.
yeah,
Oh, that's a good one.
Yep.
stay over here. Come on. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
He's over there murmuring hello. Huawei. Huawei's probably in here. I haven't looked yet.
So what are you going to be working on tonight?
Well, I did one on my show and one on Skipper's show. I have to make 3 of these for Foxy's Fish. They're axolotl caves for them to mate in.
Yeah, I saw
Or-
that on Facebook. That is just totally awesome, by the way.
Oh, thank you. So I'm going to make a third one. I would, axolotls actually have 3 of these things instead of just one. But pink is freaking expensive for a little pack. Where'd it go, Nico? This little pack right here is $3.
Oh, wow.
It makes enough for 2. And then 1 pound of clay is the white. So, I mean,
And
1
you
pound of
should
clay is
Just do it.
$6.50, and then
Do
that's
it in white and then
price.
paint it. Don't use the pink.
Well,
Can you paint it or no?
the problem is I don't have any fish tank safe pink paint.
Oh, yeah.
It only comes in neutral colors. So I have like a red that looks like red pots, red brick, red, that color. That's the closest red I have. So
What about if you paint it and then put
terracotta, that's what it's called.
varnish over it?
I haven't found a varnish. It goes well over the oven bake. The problem with the oven bake is it absorbs chemicals out of a lot of other chemicals. That's why you can't spray paint it or anything, because it's made from PVC, like sawdust from the PVC mills or factories, and then they take chemicals and it forms together. And then when you put it in the oven, the chemicals bake out. But if you put chemicals on it, it absorbs into it again, and it turns sticky. It's in one way it's a very easy material, but then in another way it's very difficult.
Yeah, you can't really mess with it too much. Okay, well, I was just trying to think of a way to save you money.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Well, I've only got 3 to make, so this is the last one.
Did you notice my ears? They're my old ears, the very first ears that I ever live streamed with.
Wow.
I got a deal today, so I had to pull it up because I got a notice today on my channel thing on my studio that I got to read this. First notice was that I had over 30,000 hours of watch time. Over
awesome.
30,000 hours. And I got 102.7 thousand views on my channel.
That's awesome.
So I decided I decided to look back and see when my first live stream was in December 2018. So, and I thought, hey, I still have those ears. I'll wear them tonight. Just
I
because.
bet you. I was watching way back then too.
Yes, you
That
were.
was when I was moving to Chattanooga, and
And
I
so,
was start.
and
streaming
so
back
was
then.
was Bob.
Yeah.
Bob was doing his thing then too, because my first live stream was giving away a drawing and Bob won it. So
Yeah. I'm
Well,
still waiting.
I-
I'm still waiting on it. No, I'm
you are not. It's hanging on your wall. Don't be a liar.
I met Bob through your channel
Oh yeah.
because how I met you, Pam, was on LRB's channel,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
and then I said, "Well, this punchy paint. What you weren't punchy. You were punchy 69 or
54
something.
punchy. I was 54 punchy when I first started.
That.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's when I went over and watched your show, and Bob was there, and I don't think. I mean, I was my normal name back then. I was my normal. Ed Chaco is my name on there. And, like if Bob Kaler just had Bob Kaler on his name, then, but he didn't know that I was from Chattanooga until I changed my name to Chattanooga.
Huh.
If that makes any sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Candy was on there then.
Yep.
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 Good times.
Yep.
The glory days.
Right.
And there's Mike's here. Mike, I got halfway to your house.
I think Mike
didn't
got
go all
back
the way.
in.
I went to Columbia, Missouri. And what were you going to say?
Oh, I was just gonna say I think Mike got moved. I may be wrong, but I think he did. Finally,
Good.
out of the motel.
I missed absolutely everything last week. I mean, went and I just went straight to my buddy's house, and my mom and dad, I took them, and then we figured out where their hotel was, and gave my dad my keys to my truck, and told him if he needed help to let me know, but he did all right. And they went to Bob Evans and places like that in town, and they were happy. And I helped my buddy with so much stuff. It was crazy because he really put this wedding on himself. His wife had been married before, so she didn't really care about having a big wedding, but he wanted to have a big one. And he's a preacher, so he had over 200 people in that church packing it. It was crazy. Wow. I saw people I haven't seen since the 90s. Weird.
It has been so cold and wet here for the last 4 days. Raining and temperatures in the 40s, the low 40s. And rain.
Did you do the pictures for him, Ed?
No, I was the best man.
I knew that.
Yeah, I don't know who she was. She got all offended when I gave a suggestion.
I know how nubile you are, and you could have been jumping around there.
She only did photos standing in front of the church, standing on the stairs, like the pulpit area. And it's when I do weddings, I take photos from all over because you look at that as backdrops.
Right.
And churches generally have all sorts of neat, pretty things. So
sure.
I asked her, he had some big giant wood cross with this real pretty purple and silver material draped on it. And I was like, can I get a photo, just my buddy and I in front of that? And she had a little hissy fit that she had to move 5 feet to shoot. But then everybody wanted those shots.
I'll take care of her, Ed, if you want me to. Let me know. No coffee. He's always trying to get stuff he's not supposed to have. He always wants my chocolate and he always wants my coffee. No. And my brushes. Nope. I had to buy a whole pack of brushes today because you chewed them up.
Oh, no. And it's a girl parrot?
It's a boy. Pretty boy.
Oh, okay.
Pretty boy forward. Pretty boy forward. Well, at least that's what I was told. I'm not going to make him pull his pants down. Hello. Come back up here and sit right here. Come here.
Daniel?
Right here. Stay down. I bet you'd really get excited if you really met Huawei, didn't you? He heard people saying Huawei in the chat, so he couldn't get that out of his mouth last week.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you don't have to listen to it 8 hours, though. Yeah. Where you off to? See you later. Bye. Went back over to his cage. He flies all over the house. And he comes back in a few minutes. Hey, Daniel. Let me see who's out here. Cat.
Daniel?
There's Huawei right there. Trash Cat, I want Bob to be my best man. You got it, Trash Cat.
I took the photos from my son's wedding 11 years ago. Oh my God, 11 years ago. And he had like a Viking wedding.
Oh, neat.
It was pretty awesome. I'm going to show you a few of the photographs because I posted them on his anniversary, which was just like last week. So I'm going to show everything really quick.
While you do that, I'm going to turn on my fan because it is.
Of course, this isn't all the photographs, but I'll just flip through some real quick.
Not the Viking wedding again.
Yes, the Viking wedding. I'm going to show everybody the Viking wedding.
You're welcome, Mike. Oh, you're delayed a week.
Okay, this is my son Tucker, and that is his wedding outfit. I made the tunic for him, and for his groomsmen, and
That's awesome.
that's of course him eating his wedding cake. I love that photograph of him.
I like how you taught him how to hold a fork.
Yeah. And that is his wife, Tahani,
Awesome.
and a couple of the bridesmaids. My youngest is the one in front there on the right-hand side. And that's Tahani. That's one of his groomsmen. And that's a couple of his groomsmen. And that's Tucker's full outfit. And that is Tahani coming, and she's holding a blanket that we made. And inside of the blanket is a sword because in a Viking wedding, they jump the sword. They like have like it's just wedding pictures. I'll flip through them. There, they have like these ribbons, different colored ribbons, and everybody got up. Not everybody, but like I did, and you know, all their best friends and stuff got up and like wished them well, and then you tied their hands together with a colored ribbon. And when everybody was done, then they jumped the sword, holding each up with their hands tied together with the ribbons. It's a Viking thing. See, they're getting ready to jump the sword there, and their hands are tied together. And yeah, so that's it. That was their wedding. I took the photographs for. Boring. Sorry.
No, that was awesome. My niece's wedding, they had some type of Nordic tradition things at theirs. Like they all wore kilts and stuff.
Yeah.
And instead of a sword, they did something called the exchange of family blades, and the groom gives the father of the bride a knife from his family, and then the father gives him a knife from their
Benny.
family.
Oh, nice, nice.
But my brother-in-law forgot all about it, so the groom had to give him his own sword or his own knife.
We do a similar thing to that here in Tennessee, but it's called the switchblade test. Hey, Jenny Lynn, and Sandy's got one of her puppies sick. They're going to lose
Yeah, I
tonight.
saw that. She might lose
Oh
him
no!
tonight.
Oh, that's horrible.
Sorry, Sandy. You know, she rescues those dogs from the shelter down in Puerto La Harta. Is that what it's called? Oh, Kat said lovely. You better get back in here. They're saying lovely. He went in the kitchen. He goes in there and gets on the counter. Have to keep everything put up because he'll rip open bread and stuff.
You want? Do you want to hear my favorite part of the wedding?
Yes, please.
Okay, so um, when we got to the house, I was a little bit late for the family breakfast because I had my oldest daughter Jessica with me, and she takes forever. She's always late to everything. So she was with me, so it took like we were probably about 15 minutes late. So I walked in and everybody was saying hi, and there was like a couple big long tables, and my ex-husband and his new wife were at one table, and there was a space for me at the other table. So I sat down and everybody started saying hi. And my ex-husband said, "Hi, what's her name?" or something to that effect. He basically he
Doesn't.
called me what's her name.
What a retard.
And his new wife looked at him and said, sometimes when you dig yourself into a really deep hole, the best bet is just throw the shovel away. And everybody started laughing. I had no idea what that was about. So after we had breakfast and I stepped out on the porch to have a cigarette, and Tucker stepped outside and he's like, "You want to know what that was about, Mom?" And I said, "Sure." And he said his dad's like really loud and stuff. And he said his dad got there, of course, before I got there. He got there with Lori, his wife, and he's like introducing himself to everybody, and he said, "Hi, I'm Tucker's dad, Dwayne, and this is my wife, Pam."
Oh my God.
And I guess Lori was not real happy about it. But it's why everybody laughed when he called me what's her name, and she told him, to throw the shovel away and don't dig yourself a deeper hole.
Funny.
Oh, that was my favorite part of the whole wedding because it made me laugh pretty hard.
Good.
Hey, pretty boy. Pretty
He's,
boy.
he's wanting scratches, but he's watching Nico. He likes the cats. It's Nico. You haven't met Nico.
Pretty boy.
Can you say Nico? Say Nico. We'll have to, y'all do a thing together. A stitch. Hi there.
Sure.
Here's another cat. That makes 6 cats, now.
A bird.
He lived with 2 cats, but he outlived them, they said. He's like 35 or 40 years old, Ed.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've got to live a few more years.
Yep, at least another 45, right?
No. It says they live 50 to 80. It's all over the place. I don't think anybody ever lives long enough to know, to tell you the truth. Lovely. Yeah, you're proud of yourself. You got Lovely out, and Sarah's not even here. Once he gets sleepy, I'll start drawing something or pouring paint everywhere or something. I got some white paint today and some brushes.
Okay.
Somebody, I won't say who, had chewed mine up, got on the desk and chewed them.
Who would do that? Lovely?
Let's see. Look at Nico. See Nico there? Mm-hmm.
Lovely? Nico?
Yeah, doesn't take him long. He doesn't get it exactly right, but he loves to try new words.
It's awesome.
He can't be still. You
Please
know,
go there.
yeah, he's over on the aquarium right there in front of me. You like to watch the screen, don't you? What are they doing?
What, Daniel? I didn't send your package out yet. I was going to do that yesterday, and then I ended up having so much to do. I got a new machine that can check my blood thickness from home. I went to the hospital in the early morning or not early, well, 8 o'clock in the morning was my appointment to have my blood checked. And then I get home and the lady came to teach me how to use this new machine, Bob, and it's so difficult. I was hoping to get the same one that the hospitals use, which is just like a diabetes type deal where they take a piece of paper and you get your blood and you stick it in the machine. This one, it's like a robot, and you've got these plastic sticks you stick in there. You hit go, and you have 30 seconds to do your finger. You have this long straw. You suck the blood out, or it just drips through. It like hits the straw and goes into the straw. Then you have a shot thing in the end of the straw, and you shoot it in the little well, and that tells you your blood thickness.
Huh.
But then I've got to call the place and they update my doctor. Someday it's all going to be on the internet. So I just have to put my blood in there and then hit send and I won't have to worry about it. But right now, they don't have it hooked up to the internet.
Huh.
I have to call it in. It seems frustrating. But it beats driving an hour to my doctor's office. I mean, I don't know how much money I've wasted in gas. I don't know why the insurances don't pay for it for everybody.
Yeah,
And
it
I was
seems like it
talking to,
would save them some money, but
yeah. I mean, a doctor's office you'd think would cost more.
yeah, exactly.
And I have no choice. I have to do this once a week for the rest of my life because I've got the artificial heart valve. But I really was hoping it'd be like those diabetic pins or diabetic tests because I did the diabetic thing for about 4 months to see if I was a diabetic or not, and I wasn't, luckily. So I didn't have to ever do them again. But it still wasn't that bad, just doing your finger. Got cat hair all over this thing.
Now, how would that happen?
What's that, Pam?
I said, how would you get cat hair on stuff?
Oh. I'm glad he finally decided to move. Now, next week, I don't know if I'll be able to come on because I'll be in Dallas.
Oh, yeah, that's coming up, huh?
Yeah,
Coming up fast.
I've already bought all the prizes and I normally bring water for our pop for our booth,
Yeah,
but nobody ever drinks it. They all drink just water, so I'm just bringing 3 cases of water.
yeah.
And I mean, I know that the show pays for it, so you think, well, you got to go with the best, but it's heavy. You know what's and then afterwards I have to walk around with all this pop and give it away to people, the vendors,
Yeah.
because I don't want to have to carry it all around the place afterwards when we're tearing down. So
I
it's
don't
just
know
kind of
where
a pain in the butt.
Bob
Oh,
just
hey
dropped
there.
on. Hi, fish and tanks. Nola, hello. Oh, there's Bob
Mickey.
back.
Axolotl caves for axolotls to have babies in.
That is so cute.
I was asked to make 3 of them.
Oh, wow.
This is the 3rd one.
That's incredible.
Aren't they so cute?
I love them.
He hears you,
Well,
Sarah. Here she is.
Oh,
Lovely. Lovely. Here she is. Lovely.
it's lovely to see that he's just out and about still.
Yeah, I was all excited. I went over to see Sandy's video about her puppy.
Oh, awesome.
He looks so comfortable, Sandy. It's so sad, though.
Oh,
He's got
I
cancer.
don't know if I want to hear. Oh, bummer.
Yeah. It's one of her 3 dogs from Mexico she rescued.
That's upsetting.
I got a package from you too, Sarah, yesterday, and I had to mow my yard instead. And then I was at the Ark today, part of the day, and I just thought of that. I need to open it on here.
Yeah, it might have something alive in there.
It might.
It's such a strange feeling, but just having my drawings, which are so, I just feel so like kind of intimate and like mine, and then sending them off and seeing them arrive and knowing that they're halfway across the world. It's wonderful, but it's so lovely knowing that stuff's arrived safely too, because that's always scary.
There was
I
something
can
I was
imagine.
going to ask you about the package, but maybe I'll remember when I see it. Oh, we've got a turkey in here now.
Gobble, gobble.
Now that he's gotten more comfortable, he does all kinds of silly things. I made a video with him the other day, and he never said anything that was intelligible, I guess is the word. He said all kinds of word salad, but nothing that lets you think he knew words.
Oh, good salad. I like that.
And he's gone back in the bedroom again. There he is back. I spoke too soon. He goes all over. He's never ran into anything yet.
That's how I lost my cockatiel.
Ran in. Now he's on his cage. Hello. Sarah's here. Pam's here. Ed's here. You better come on. Hello.
Well, Bob, I took my mom and dad to that Mexican restaurant, and they ordered the same thing you ordered. The fatas?
Yeah.
Or futas or something?
Fajitas.
Well, they were like a fried
Oh,
chimichanga things.
Yeah, I remember now. I don't know
Rolls.
what you call that. Yeah.
But
Churros?
they loved it.
Yeah, I did too.
No, it starts with a PH.
Yeah. That's what I might do tomorrow. I've been wanting to go somewhere like just a road trip, and every day I do something. I have nothing planned tomorrow, no art duty. I'm going to ride up that way and maybe go to Knoxville or something. I don't know.
The strawberry festival's going on here.
Yeah.
We're going to Hickson for Mother's Day. And I've got to make nacho cheese in the morning.
The fish thing was today, wasn't it? The fish club tour, the fish place.
Probably. Yeah, I guess it was.
The hatchery. I saw that and I thought about it and I thought, man, that's a long
That would have been
drive.
neat.
Well, to go there and then come back and go to the Ark, and I just didn't do it.
I went out to my sister's new property up there on Flat Top Mountain. Wow, it's pretty up there.
Yeah.
I have something to show you, but just because it's on my desk and I have to move it. It's something that my son just made at school and brought home the other day for me, and I thought that you might like.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, I love it. That looks like something I could do.
Oh, wow.
Impressed because, as I've been saying to you, Ed, in particular, I've struggled with fish shapes. I tried to sculpt like fish. I couldn't get the proportions right, and he's not quite mastered it as you have, but I still think it's a convincing fish shape. And
Oh yeah. It's very cute.
That's
Is
awesome.
that what I said,
have to move
Patty?
it out of my way if I'm going to draw.
Intelligible. I think that's what I said, Patty. Intelligible. Maybe not.
Well, that's just super cool. Now, is that a particular type of fish, or is it just a
I don't know. I don't know because when he brought it in the other day, I think it was like in the morning, and there was no time, and he was like, "Oh, I forgot to show you," because he was unpacking it from his bag before I was getting ready for school. So we didn't have a conversation about it, and somehow we still haven't had the conversation. But I might this afternoon and ask him if it is or not.
Sarah's son was channeling it on the other side of the planet.
Yeah, that's an awesome
Right?
Mother's Day gift.
Well, I mean, I think he gave it to me because he brought it in on my desk, but he didn't specifically say that he gave it to me. He just said, "Look what I made."
Oh,
So we'll see. But he did. So it is Mother's Day today, but my mum lives nearby and she's working today. But my sister and my niece are coming down from Brisbane next weekend. So me and Mum sort of had a talk and said, well, we'll just make Mother's Day next week. That way we can all do something together. But my youngest boy, the one who made the fish, is quite a thoughtful and generous little guy. So he brought me in like all these little packets of seeds that
neat.
he's gotten and collected, like there's like loofah seeds and butterbean seeds and cos lettuce seeds, and they had a Mother's Day stall at school, and he bought me a picture frame because he thought I would like to put some of my art in it. So that was
That's
quite
super
cool.
smart.
It was
Nice.
thoughtful of him for a small boy,
How old is he?
He's 11. So not that small, but still small. It's something, that I talk about a little bit. Hang on, I have to find somewhere safe for this fish. But yeah, he's quite like tall for his age, and he's like, you know, good with words, and he's had some friends who are a little bit older, so he can be a bit more, you know, he's always trying to be a bit cool with the friends. So sometimes it's hard for people to remember how young he is, and actually he's 3 years younger than my middle son, and people are always like, which one's older? They're not quite sure. They've got to check. There's 3 years between them, so you know, he's still a little boy, but he's also quite mature little boy, really, but also not, because he's a sweetheart.
That's awesome.
Can I not be here on my own anymore?
Pam, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was drawing. I'm sorry, Sarah.
Okay, it just started to feel like.
I know how you feel.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say anything because I figured people would rather look at you than the rest of us, though.
I don't think that is necessarily true.
Daddy, hello. What am I working on? I'll show you what I'm working on. Hang on. It's what I started last week.
Oh.
George,
That's what I'm working on.
George Washington.
Yeah, that's what it is, Bob.
I looked at one of those guys earlier today in real life. He had intestines hanging out of his mouth.
Oh,
Delicious.
Yeah. Skunk intestines, so they were smelly too.
All the good things. Oh, I got a gift the other day, and actually, maybe I already showed it. Hang on, I'm gonna get it.
I'm going to get that package too.
When she shows us the fish again, everybody acts surprised.
Right?
I think Bob covered us up.
Wow.
He's
Wonder if he
probably
did that on purpose.
He's probably not wearing pants, so he doesn't want us to see.
I was just thinking before, I didn't know if it was the pressure of being alone on the stream. I started feeling like really hot. It's like I might have to go and get changed out of my warm shirt. But I'm feeling a little bit cooler, so it may have partly just been the pressure of being alone on the screen that was burning me.
Sorry, you're making me feel so bad.
No,
I just kind of forgot that you were up there alone because I started like working on this bird, and yeah.
It's okay. I wouldn't want to interrupt your creative flow anyway. But I don't know. Everyone might not be as pleased with this. You know what? I just can't get that cupboard door to stay shut. Forget. It's a rat.
Oh, a bony rat?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, like, I'm pretty stoked with it, but it's going to take a bit of work still to get these bones in any good state. But, like, you probably can't see because of the difference between the stream and the
Oh, and poor Sarah's back up there.
But yeah, it's okay. I hide behind Ratty. But like all those little teeth, perfect little teeth, perfect little fingers. And like, look at that. I can't point to it, but the spine is just Oh, it's so beautiful because it's all there. Look at that tail. These little
Oh.
claws.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful. So I was very stoked. This was a gift from Mikey when I went to visit him. But it
Oh,
was,
isn't that so sweet? Mikey gave you a rat.
I know, a rotten dead rat.
Other people get flowers. Sarah gets dead rats.
Girlfriend.
That's a
You know,
nice
Hey,
gift.
I
if
came
all
home.
girls would take stuff like that, I could afford to have one.
Hey Rick, I sent you a link, Rick, if you want to come up. Also, I think there's also it's pinned up at the top of the chat as well.
Well, I can't find the package. I have to think a minute. I put it where I would know where it was at tonight. So there you go.
I do that so much.
Well, I didn't want him to chew on it. He's not been chewing cords or anything. I just thought of that. You're gone. Right?
He's
What?
agreeing with you.
He just hit me in the top of the head. It was like somebody hit me with a fist or something. He miscalculated when he was flying by. Hurt.
Oh,
Yeah. We'll have to do something with that fan. I'll start having a seizure or something. Can't do that.
I watched this documentary. I can't really remember. It was a really long time ago. But it had these twins, these twin girls in it, and they had epilepsy. They knew that they could trigger the seizures by looking at anything like flashing and doing stuff. So when their mum wouldn't like let them get stuff or they, was making them do things they didn't want to do, they would just like trigger themselves to have a seizure. And it was actually pretty funny.
Were they the Olsen twins?
No, they were.
It sounds like Britney Spears' mother. Okay, don't you?
They were like nobody famous. It was. I can't remember what the documentary was specifically about anymore because it was many years ago. So
I'll be right back, okay? I need to throw this in the oven.
Okay.
You sure have a lot of wind from your wings. Well, I bet I know where that's at. I bet I know.
I wanted to paint and draw since I woke up this morning, and somehow or another, between stuff, which I've achieved nothing, by the way, a little bit, achieved a little bit, but pretty much nothing of significance. But I still didn't draw yet. So, but I woke up. I was like dreaming about it, and I was like, the minute I woke up, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna get up and I'm just gonna do it. I just have a cup of tea first, and then that just is one thing leads to another. So I'm going to start drawing now to fulfill my urges. Just okay.
I'm back. Hmm. Oh, timer.
Hello.
So what were you guys talking about while I was setting up the oven?
You?
Oh yeah.
We were talking about you.
Well, I had a great toast. You know, I shot a lot of weddings, and so Sarah, in America, they do this thing called the toast, where the best man has to give a nice little speech
Mm-hmm.
at the weddings, and I've I used to do them for a living, and I've seen so many terrible toasts. I mean,
I'll
I
bet.
bet out of 250 weddings, I've probably seen like 210 terrible ones. So it's just pathetic. But my brothers, I was the best man for my brother's wedding, and I did a really good job, and I made everybody cry. And then this one, people are always trying to tease him and make fun of him and stuff. So all I did was make him sound really cool and uplifted him, so he felt really good about himself, and it was really cool. So I was proud of myself.
Yeah. Good job. I mean,
And
I'm just impressed that you can get up and do that. I will be one of the 210 terrible toasts.
Oh, me too. I would like
well,
write a speech and then say like 3 words and sit down.
well,
My,
and he's a Baptist preacher, so he had 15 preachers there, and these people just stand in front of people all the time and talk.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
You get no sympathy if you're crap.
yeah, so I tried to fake him out and make him think I was a preacher.
Right.
It wasn't stupid. I didn't quote any scripture because I would have messed that up real bad.
Oh, May 3.
It was a lot of fun.
I haven't been to very many weddings. 3? I think I've been to 3 weddings in my whole life.
Do you guys do them big?
Some people do. Oh wait, does that mean I've been? No, 3. Sorry. My cousin had this massive wedding. I went to her wedding with my son, who was my only son at the time. He's like 18 now. But yeah, she like rented out a whole of some massive big hotel, and it was huge, and they had like a grassy knoll, and string quartet, and it was like days long affair. It was amazing. I don't know how much that cost, but
I know what I was going to ask you. I finally found it.
nice.
What's the story, or see you later, story behind the name of the community, Lampinwood?
Well, that's where I live. That's the name of the. I couldn't say town because it's not a town at all. It's just like a little section of the land. That's right where I live. It's called Limpinwood. I don't know where the name comes from. It sort of gets the other thing. So it's right next to and sort of blends with an area that's called Zara, but
Bizarre.
technically Zara, Zara. So a lot of people, even around here, if I say where I live, they're like, where? But then if you say Zara, they know where Zara is. So, but at the same time, that's not a town either. It's just like little sections.
Ooh.
That's the card.
Nice.
I chose that one special for you, Bob, for a reason. I don't know if I wrote about it in the card though.
Yeah. I'll just keep that between us.
Oh, I'm going to tell
Something
Mikey.
nice about Bob. Oh, yes. Very cool.
Beautiful.
Oh, I love that.
If cats could play Dungeons and Dragons, that's what they would look like in their minds. Nice. Very
That
cool.
was a little like postcard print. Kind of.
Thank you so much. And that's not all.
That's not all.
Oh, I love that one.
But I think I already sent you that card. But I just needed something to
Make it stiff.
yeah.
Oh, cool.
I feel like you must have triples of every sticker. But
Huh?
I don't have this one.
What is
really?
that one?
Yay.
Am I holding it right?
Yeah, well, it's just that it's hard to see.
Oh, I
things.
see it.
I got a message that I was reading, I think this morning, from Trash Cat on Instagram, saying about the detail that you can see on the Instagram posts. And, you know, I was saying it's hard to tell when you can see something in real life and then you hold it up and you can't see it quite properly, but it's hard to tell how much detail you really lose.
Yeah. Yeah. Until you see it in person, you really don't know.
Look at the
That's the way my
eyes.
drawings are too. Even when I take a photograph, like with a good camera and stuff,
Yep.
it still doesn't really show it.
There's nothing the same as seeing in person.
Yep, exactly.
See, so I really like that little colourful one with all the little eyes in it and stuff. But it wasn't ever very popular at the markets. Like all the other ones were really popular, but that one only a few people bought. So I didn't know why no one else liked it as much as I did. But I do love this, and I'm thinking of putting this one on a sticker. What do you reckon?
That'd be awesome. You know what? I've been muted this whole time.
Oh. I'm sorry. My son is calling me from the supermarket. Hello? I might mute myself because otherwise it might be boring for you guys. Just a second.
Have you guys heard me talk in the last 5 to 10 minutes?
Nope.
Oh my gosh, I've been muted this whole time. It's terrible.
When I put this up, you said it was nice, and that was the last I heard.
Okay. My alarm went off on my phone. Maybe that's when I muted it.
That did it.
I don't know why the alarm went off at the 50 point, because I have it set for 15 minutes. Oh, very awesome. Sarah is so amazing.
I'm glad I waited and didn't open that now. I think the boy went to sleep. In the hope.
Sorry, I'm back.
Where are you? Floyd? I know he'd be screaming bloody murder if one of the cats or something were after him, but still. You can take me down, Pam. Or am I down?
Oh, well, I don't know if Blackie's backstage, but he's here in chat. And so's Nola.
I thought Nola was supposed to come up this week.
Nola was?
I was thinking she was.
That'd be awesome.
Nice. Is she not?
She may not
Like
know
to look
it.
at her dolls.
It's kind of exciting getting to see people in real life that you have like not ever seen. You don't know who they are. You just see like a few type words or something. You kind of like know some kind of essence of them, but it's kind of really cool to get to meet them in real life.
I concur. Well, my sister lives like how you said you live like in a town area. Oh, I thought my fish was upside down. It's a Severin, and he was just eating plants, and so he was sideways.
Oh,
But my sister lives in like just an area, and it's called Gary.
Gary?
Yeah, we were shocked when we saw her address was Gary and not Dunlap.
There is a place. Sorry, up the coast, like between here and Brisbane when you drive through, and that town or area, like it's populated, not like here, like I'm kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but up there it's all populated, and the town is called Burpengary.
Gary, that's awesome. That probably suits their Gary better here. Bob, have you ever been to Gary? Oh, now you're muted.
yeah. Now Bob's muted.
Do you know what my son messaged me? He's gone to the shops and he decided to buy me a lemon meringue pie, but there was none at the shops. So he needed to ask me. He had so here are all my alternatives. And I'm sorry, Pam, I didn't mean to talk over. Can you show me that again? Because I wasn't paying attention.
No, I didn't want to interrupt your talking. Keep going.
Because I want to see it. I love it. I thought, admittedly, that one with the sky and the teepees was and I thought I really loved the emu and the one of the wolves, but that one might be just a little bit further up my alley, and I like it a lot.
So let's hear, what did he go with for a pie?
Well, what I said to him is, I trust your judgment. Get something that everyone will like. Because I don't want something, I have 3 kids. I can't get something that's just for me, really. It was nice. I haven't had lemon meringue pie for a long time, but I wouldn't mind the lemon meringue pie. Do you know what I would like that I have never had, but just the idea of sounds so good? Is that key lime pie.
Oh, I love key lime pie.
I bought a key lime pie yesterday for my mom.
I have never had it, but I just hear it and I think,
oh, it's so good. Key lime pie is so good. It's like my favorite.
Where have you been? What have you been into in there? I know you've been into something because you were quiet. Come on.
I can run upstairs and get a slice so you can see what it looks like.
Come on.
Well, you can look it up on the internet.
I think, because I've looked at heaps of times, I was confused, what does it mean? It turns out that key lime is a particular kind of lime, but that you could probably make. But I like the lemon part of the lemon meringue pie.
Oh yeah, that's another one of my favorites.
I imagine that having that, but with lime flavor, like that kind of anything that was flavored out of lime would be really nice.
Well, it's
It's
supposed to
it's
be
kind
made.
of similar, yeah.
It's supposed to be made with key limes that are from Key West, isn't it?
Well, so that's what I was reading, and I don't think we have key limes here. Like I didn't even know what key limes were, and I
They
thought,
taste different.
yeah, apparently, I've never had it.
They're tart.
We grow lemons here.
We like a tart.
We have a lemon tree.
I have no citrus trees at this house. I've never had no citrus trees before, but my last house only had I had kaffir lime and lemon that wasn't very productive. But at my previous house, we had the best lime tree. So it was only like the one time of year. Probably still now we'd be still getting limes, but from about March,
Hey, Select, John.
the best limes I've ever eaten were off that tree. But we also had lemons and oranges and mandarins and kumquats. Kumquats and gross. I don't like them.
There was kumquats when I lived in California. There was people had kumquats in their yards a lot. You could just like walk down the street and pick them out of people's trees. But I wasn't that overly fond of them. I mean, they were just kind of whatever.
Well, yeah, they're not like really wonderful on the inside, and because people say just eat them with the skin and everything, but that's really bitter and kind of gross. So.
Really?
But I love lime. I love lime in all variety of cooking.
Yeah, so do I.
It's so good. And
Come on.
like desserts and savories and drinking and everything like have lime. But another citrus fruit that I do quite like is the tangelo. Do you have tangelos?
Never had those.
Mm. So I'm not sure. I think that I can't remember. It might be like tangerine, but then like a mandarin. It looks a lot like an orange.
Mandarin, yeah.
But you peel it, the skin peels off. It's a lot thicker than your mandarin skin. But it peels off and it has segments like mandarins do. But it's just, they're very nice. I really like them.
Tangelo?
Tangelo. Well, yeah. You know, the pronunciation might be different.
I'm here, Trash Cat. Can't you see me?
Trash cat. We miss you, Trash Cat.
Crazy bird to stop flying around and settle down. Now watch, you'll fly right over from me. Whatever. Oh, I got him a new treat, and I got that while I was up. I laid it down when I found the art. So let me get back up and get that. I know where I laid it.
Me. I'm such a chaotic human being. I think I'd be used to it by now. I've been living with myself all my life. But
All I had to do was say treat, and he came right back. Alright, so I saw these today at Petco when I was checking out, and it says plant-based jerky.
Huh.
There's no meat in it. And look at you, your eyes are big as saucers. I know. Anything that crinkles. Ah, look at that. You gonna open it? Hello. It's jerky. I know how you like to chew things and drop them for the dogs.
that's so happy to make me feel excited and happy.
They're really for dogs, but let's see if you fall over. There you go. Just gonna eat it on the aquarium. You dogs want to try them? Come on. One. Hello. Yazzie. Here's Yazzie.
I dropped it.
I think it's a success.
Excellent.
He's like, oh boy.
It's only got like
Is that a pretty boy?
sweet potatoes and blueberry, no meat.
Nice. It's by ends, you know.
Their property is covered in blueberry bushes. They probably have like 3 acres of blueberry bushes
Where's that?
and
Your
lots
house?
and lots of holly. My sister's land on Flat Top Mountain.
Oh, cool.
I always wanted to have blueberry bushes. The only time, so I have this really fond memory. So when I was a child, my mum used to work for Paul Hogan, and out at his house, kind of near here, it has like an area where they grow blueberries. And I remember going there one day, and we got to ride on like the quad bikes down to the blueberries and just sit and pick and eat blueberries until you were so full of blueberries that you couldn't
Nice.
eat any blueberries. And it's just like this like shining little memory that I have, and ever since I've been besotted with the fresh blueberries. And so I get, there's at the farmers market you can get seconds in a bucket. You get like a big bucket of them. But the wonderful thing is they're seconds because they're not the perfect ones for the punnets, but they're usually like a little bit more tart, which is exactly how I like blueberries to be. So that's why I always imagined I could grow them myself. I could get to always pick them when they were like not too ripe and were still like a bit sour and not too sweet. But can I also say, because I've just looked at the chat, I want to tell now I don't know how to say it. It's okay. But also I have had a fluid. And another thing to say, but
Crown Tail, hello. Select
Go for it.
George, hello. Working on it.
Trash Cat, I told you last stream to ditch him.
We'll be right back. I got to go get that out of the oven.
Okay.
Just saying.
the SpongeBob guy.
Yeah.
I feel so in the know now that I've read it in the chat.
I forget what it was last time, but I thought that was a done deal.
I don't know anything else. If you really love someone and they want to have a SpongeBob wedding, then
She don't love him.
yeah. If you don't love him, then don't have a wedding.
His heart's in the right place. Well, you marry him then, Huawei. I don't want Trash Cat to marry him. She's asking, so. Oh, he heard me say Huawei. Here we go now. Huawei, Huawei, Huawei.
That's so cute.
That about the spider in the chat, that reminds me one time when my crazy cousin Butch and I were walking around the neighborhood here in Cleveland. This would have been back in the early 70s of the previous century. And we were walking around and people had yard sales and a couple of little antique shops had stuff sitting out in the yards. And there's a lady on the porch spitting tobacco, and we didn't want to go in, but we were just looking at stuff. And Butch did end up getting a pot-bellied stove from her that he painted white and did some stuff with. But anyway, we got some pipe, and he had that, stuff coming out the arrangement out the top. He was pretty crafty like that. But we asked about something, how much is this? And she said, oh, that's going in the garbage. You can have that. So whatever it was, we took. This is the kind of taste we have. Hey, Crown Tail. The spider wasn't for sale, but she wanted it anyway.
That is awesome.
She knew what she wanted.
They're wet.
Oh, I've got a new pet rat.
Hot.
I got it 3 days ago to be supper for the new corn snake that I got. It won't eat hardly anything. It ate one live mouse and it won't eat. But I looked in there 2 days later last night and the little rat's still alive. It doesn't have its eyes open. It's a pup. It's got hair on it.
Gross.
And it was still alive. It's the cutest thing in the world. It's still alive. I'm syringe feeding it. I got it out. I thought, well, you made it 3 days with the snake. If it doesn't want you, I'm going to get you out. And it was really hyper. I guess it had been staying warm on the heat mat, under the tank. So I'm feeding a mouse, a rat. I need to feed him before I go to bed again. I couldn't believe he stayed alive 2 days. But he did.
I've kept pet rats before, and they are pretty lovable. It's
Yeah,
something
they're very smart.
Yes, they really are. I had a few, but one, and she was wonderful.
I'm being the best man. I have to dress up as Patrick.
Surely the bride is Patrick. I feel like that would. Well, hang on. If I had to choose a costume from SpongeBob, I feel like that's the funnest one. So the bride gets all the fun.
Right.
Right.
Dr. Anthony's saying Ed with 17 exclamation marks in the chat.
So much Ed.
Let's see, what's he saying?
You said Ed.
Hiya, Dr. Ant.
Might not be
Dr. Ant.
17, but close. I can't count any higher than that.
Oh, I wonder if he went live today. He has a show on at 7 o'clock. And I was out with my family. So I
was at the Ark at 7, about to head to Petco.
Let me be on it 1 week. That was pretty cool.
Hey, Vigilum. Hope you're better today. He was sick, a little sick, so he didn't have the stream, he said.
Oh, bummer. And then Skipper didn't have his stream because his auction, because his computer broke.
Oh, no.
Hey, Dr. Anthony, what are you doing tomorrow evening? I know I've asked you a couple of times and it hadn't worked out, but how about coming on the Fish Mafia? No pressure, only in front of 30 people, There's not a guest. I asked the group today, and Ed said, what about Dr. Anthony?
Yep.
It was telepathic.
Well, Dr. Anthony was on that stream that
I saw that.
the Aquarium Co-op does.
Right. I saw that.
That was pretty cool.
It was. I was lurking.
I saw it on replay. I think that's on Sundays. Normally I'm always
That
running
sounds
around
right.
on Sundays. I just try to get back in time for your show, pretty much. Like I very rarely ever get to see Skipper's show because I'm always doing stuff on Sunday.
Skipper had his son's birthday last week. I don't know if he streamed, but he didn't make it to
Oh, speaking
this
of
one.
Sunday, we should tell everybody Happy Mother's Day.
Well,
Okay.
except for the guys. We don't
Except
care
for
about them.
Yeah. They could be Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Say it to them to remind them to say it to the mothers in their lives.
Yes.
Bob is
Tomorrow
reading
is
this right
Mother's
now.
Day, you guys. Don't forget.
What time? It's Eastern time. It's what time is it? 8 o'clock, right after Susie Q. So 5 your time, I guess.
Bob gets all the best people because he pays for them.
Yeah. Well, he's not supposed to know that till he accepts. We're not allowed to bribe people in.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
I thought you were going to say we're not allowed to lie to people.
That too. Hey, where you been?
I almost went to Atlanta today, Bob.
What's going on down there?
Well, Science Scout Carrie went down there to the club meeting. So I was going to go and say hi to her. And then it turned out she was going because Joey, the king of DIY, was there. So I decided not to go.
What club meeting was that?
The same one we went to.
Oh,
It's,
is it in? Huh? Oh, the Atlanta one. Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I talked to Mitchell, or not talked to him, but I spoke with him by messenger. Somebody messaged me, Gary, I'm not sure who it was, and they emailed me through Get Gills, wanting to know what Mitchell's, they'd seen him on Tennessee Fish Mafia, and they wanted to ask him about some Coriodoras, and they wanted to know what his email was, but I don't even have it, but I knew him on Messenger. So I messaged him and said, here's a copy of this. What should I do? And he said, oh, he emailed me. Because I wondered if I didn't just email him through Get Gills if he did me. You know?
Yeah.
Kind of slim shady stuff. Hello. Say hello, Dr. Anthony. Yeah.
Hello.
He's giving us a some kind of sign. An okay sign.
I want us to go to the big auction, though, this year in Atlanta, Bob.
When is that?
Because I want to get
September?
those good days.
Was it September? We missed it last year.
I think it was August.
Yeah.
I think we
know.
missed it because I went to Aquashella, Dallas, and then got COVID.
Yeah, I remember that. You're right. So I didn't go because you couldn't go. That's right.
But I want to get those good days from
I know.
Mitchell.
I know.
Those are the prettiest ones I've ever seen, how they were pink and pearl colored.
Yeah. What are you doing? You're back and forth. Here's the rest of your stuff. You don't want to eat it? Here.
I had a goldfish get sick on me, and I thought he was dead. He had turned real white, and he was sitting at the bottom of the tank. And I did 280% water changes and salt. And then he started floating upside down. He got his color back, but he floated upside down for 3 days.
Oh,
And I
no.
did another 80% in salt, and now he's perfectly fine. It took him about a week, but he was upside down the whole time. It was so weird.
Some swim bladder infection, something.
And he's a lonely or only fish in the tank.
That jaguar that I got from Ginger, named Ro, she had that
Mhm.
issue, and I actually did stop. I actually did the needle aspiration on his swim bladder, but I pulled out too much air, so then he was negative buoyant, and he would stay on the bottom. He could fight. She could fight her way to the top and eat. But now she's positive buoyant again, so I don't know what's going on. I think I'm going to try a couple of rounds of some other antibiotics that I haven't done yet on her. Something's going on. She eats though. She fights her way down and eats. It's just weird. Oh, I'm hearing myself. Hey, George. Only if Ed's there, so Ed, you better show up tomorrow.
Okay, I'll do my best. I'll be in Hickson for at least a while. I don't know what the times are.
Uh-oh.
We've got we're going to my sister's house for a family deal. Our Saturday, our Sundays are normally our big family day. Even though they did come over today.
Same with mine. We just don't do that much stuff, but it's usually holidays and birthdays and stuff like that.
I think they just want to enjoy mom and dad, you know.
Oh, sure. My next planned thing with family is this, and that's getting old. Is June when Cole and I are going to Chattanooga to that exotic pet thing. I hope you can go then. It's at Camp Jordan, so it's just 30 minutes, you know.
When is that?
June sometime. 17th, I think, if that's a Saturday.
Oh, I think if I leave town, I might go to Charlotte, but I'm thinking about just skipping the Charlotte convention. Because it sounds really arrogant, but they want me to buy tickets, and I'd rather go to places that they give me the tickets free. You know, I mean, if they're asking me to go there and make a video, it's like, well, give me something. But
he's telling the cat to get away.
So I think I might just skip that trip to.
You scared her good.
It's their first year, and so they don't have any YouTubers for advertising.
Oh, really?
So that's why they contacted me.
Is it Charlotte, South Carolina?
Yes, I think. Oh, I think it's North Carolina.
There's so many Charlotte. There's a Virginia too, I think. I don't know.
It's the big one. But I think I'm just gonna skip it.
You know, I was thinking a while ago that another thing that I think is a layover from dinosaurs with birds is how they would fight with their feet, assuming that dinosaurs do. But anytime did you see him kick at the cat just then? He doesn't let the cats get as close as he does the dogs. And he flaps his wings and they hurt. So, but he always kicks, and that hurts. You know, you see eagles fighting with their feet, you know, and stuff. So that's some serious stuff. It just, in a video, it doesn't look like a lot, but I can imagine with this little parrot what it's like with an eagle or something.
Yeah.
I'm making a mess of this. Looks awful, huh? Like all of them. I know. I think they smelled your treat and they wanted that. Yeah. So let's settle down. I made like a 5 or 6 minute video with him the other day, and Huawei put on there, This is too funny. This should be a series.
Nah.
Oh,
Just
I didn't
talking.
get a notification for that.
It was just us sitting like this talking, and he started gibberishing. Oh, here he's down here. He wants some more treat out of that package. You just wasted a whole piece. It's in the floor. It's all over me. Let me put some in your bowl up there. Maybe you'll go in for the night. Let's try that. Let's try that. Come on, look here. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Watch out. Watch out. Look here. Come on. Here's your treat. Come on.
Hey, Thomas is here.
Yeah. Go on over there. Oh, nobody
Oh
wants
my
to
goodness.
touch. I put my arm over him to pick up the package. Nobody wants to touch you. Grouchy. Give
Now,
not on paint. Nope. Nope.
what does Yazzie think of the bird?
He just tolerates him. Actually, no, that was worm I had. Where you going? He has to see everything. Don't get in the coffee. Got my palate up so he can't get in there. No, don't get in the coffee. Good Lord. Go on. Don't open any of the paint. Sam was
Getting
not.
too much.
I should do
Getting too
that
much
more.
play.
What he was doing, Cat McKenzie. I do have my hands full. He's all right though. It's just because I'm talking to you guys, I can't give him all the attention he wants right now. I'm hoping he'll get tired. He'd been kenneled or caged, I call it kenneled, for like 6 hours when I let him out. So he's full of energy. Had to be gone. You know, I could have got that rat pup some formula while I was at Petco. I didn't think of that. It's just, it was just puppy formula. Hezbollah. Dr. Anthony, if you'll send me your, or I can steal it, your thingy logo. And what do you want to talk about? It'd be Dee Dee and maybe Skipper, Pam, Ed. Who else?
Saint Dust.
Yeah, Dusty. I was trying to think Dusty.
Dusty Saint Dust. What is his name?
Saints Dust.
Saints
Dust something. You're asking me. I don't even know my own channel name. Word salad. Yeah, he did. I did tell him that. I don't know what you're saying. I kept telling him that in the video because he wouldn't say anything. Like he's saying hello, hi there, lovely, and all that. And I spent over 5 minutes. Yeah, and he started doing all this stupid word salad stuff, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. It did get to be funny because he knew what he was doing. And I researched about them, and interesting. The research says that they understand simple proclamations or simple things that they say, like bye bye. They know what that means. They can associate that. They're intelligent enough to know what that means. Or hi there. They're not just saying hi there. They really do mean hello. So I don't know to what extent, but so he always says hi there and hello when I first come in. So
he probably knows it's a greeting.
So he knows the greeting and he knows the bye-bye, but he wouldn't say any of that. He was saying all kinds of silly stuff the other day. Have you ever used Dr. Bassler fish foods? I have, Cramtail. They're really good quality foods. The only thing, and it may be different now, is that I couldn't get any larger stuff from where I was getting it, but that could be different now. I still have some sitting here somewhere, and I do throw it in my mix every now and then. It's good, high quality stuff, for sure.
They always have a booth at Aquashella.
Yeah.
If there's a question or something, I can ask them.
Maria Z recommended it to me when we couldn't get that Pleco food. I can't remember what brand that was, and so that's what people were using instead. I can't even remember the other one now. Anybody else used it?
She got some really hard type of Pleco to breed.
Yeah. When Dan got into Plecos, he jumped in with all 4 feet.
Oh, is he into Plecos now?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got some of the high price ones. That's probably where she got the ones you're talking about.
Well, I think she got hers from Dr. Anthony.
She did get some from him, she told me. But she got some from Dan, and I got some from, mine came from Stephanie. I didn't get him from Dan, that's right. But yeah, she got some of the RB line of the, I can't remember the L numbers on them, but her spread, hers were the several $100 ones, not just the $300 ones. But yeah,
Well,
she
I
got.
want to. Oh, sorry.
No, she got some from Dr. Anthony and him, and I think Stephanie got some from Dr. Anthony too. She might have. I know she got some fish. You kids think
Well, they
I
live
can remember.
close.
Yeah,
They
close.
like live a few miles from each other.
Yeah, she was talking to me one night or something and said she had to get over there the next day or something. That's been months and months ago.
Well, the Pleco I want to start getting is the L187, I think, or the 183. It's the Starlight Pleco. And I want to be able to breed those because they're a bristle nose. And I just like to give them away to people because they're like rare. And I think it'd be awesome to just get a free rare Pleco, you know?
Right. Yeah, KJE Aquatics is where I got my Dr. Bassler, and he gives you samples. Kenny, I think's his name, isn't it? Is it Kenny that's KJE?
Keith.
Yeah, that's where I got mine. Good price. Well, Ed, I don't want any of those. Whatever you do, don't make me take any of them if you breed them.
Okay. Well, and then I like them because they're blue and white and black. I think they're pretty. But then I thought I'd also, after I figure out how to breed them, I would try to breed one of the phantom plecos in tubs. Because I've got these tubs going in my basement. And I think it'd be kind of neat to try to do phantoms, either green or blue phantoms.
Do the green.
I'll probably just do whatever I can afford.
Right.
Or what's there.
They usually run about the same, at least around here.
Okay.
Mine have spawned, my greens, but they never hatched, and I've had those fish for 4 or 5 years now.
Oh, wow.
Good night, Daniel. I've still got 5 of them. They're the greens. I don't have any blues.
Oh, that is awesome. Awesome. Show us. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Really cool.
What's the starting bid on that vulture? Huawei wants to know.
Just like 25. And it's done. I should show you guys, I guess.
Please. Oh, nice. That is a great.
That's awesome.
I love it.
Select John says you need to breed the watermelon plecos. I still have one of those, a big one that I got from Ethan maybe a year ago. They sold it out of the display tank. They didn't know.
Okay.
Hey,
It's my favorite plecos, the watermelon.
mhm.
But I don't have any fish tanks big enough for royal plecos.
He's in my 180. He's grown probably double what he was, but he can still grow more. I hardly ever see him.
Not very many people in here, but Huawei just bid $50 for the vulture.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. This is going to be tricky. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm almost thinking about using a Drummel for the detail on this. I think I'm going to Drummel it.
That sounds good. I have to vanish for 1 sec. I'll be back soon.
I'm making a brain, but it's going to have a mouth on the front.
Uh-huh.
That's
So,
interesting.
and then I've made a whole bunch of teeth, and it's going to be like a mouth that opens like this.
Oh, cool.
Now let's get behind.
And then I got the cerebellum. And then the brain stem is going to have a spike on the end, like a scorpion tail.
What
You know
about
how
the
you got
what
a brain
about-
stem.
what about the cerebrum?
Well, this is the cerebrum right there. I just haven't. I've been looking at them right here,
Oh, okay.
and I'm afraid of. Well, I'm not afraid, but I think it'd be easier for me to use a Dremel and carve all the things in than to actually shape them. Because
Right.
the problem with shaping them is this is kind of sticky at the same time. And if I carve it, it'll be like kind of a rock, and it'll be really easy to carve. It's just going to be like a floating, flying brain
Nice.
monster.
I got a picture off of somebody posted that I'm not sure. I can't credit the artist because I'm not sure who did it, but I've got a picture of a kraken. You want to see it?
Yeah,
I'd love. Wait a minute.
of course.
I'm afraid.
Oh my God.
Of course.
Ed just knows me too well, doesn't he?
Uh-huh.
It's connected to someone.
There it is.
Oh,
Kraken.
I thought we were going to see a plumber. That's
Oh.
awesome.
Don't give her ideas here.
Crack hen. That's awesome.
Hello. Hello. Welcome back.
Okay, so we got a $50 bid from Grasshopper. And I'm going to say that, should I just call it sold?
Somebody, he waited till Daniel Velez left, you notice.
Yeah.
Daniel won a package from me.
Awesome.
He won a
We gotta-
whole
we gotta
bunch of stuff.
We got to teach Pretty Boy to say sold. Sold. Can you say sold?
Sure you
Sold.
will.
We'll call it sold
Or-
to Grasshopper.
Or maybe you cheapskates. Something like that. So where's Blackie tonight? Is he working?
He's got a bunch of company. He says he's going to try to get rid of him and come in.
Oh, I got you. Well, I think I'm going to go put this guy in the oven now. Oh, no, I'm going to work on this. Still hot. It's a lot easier to pop it off the metal when it's warm.
Okay. Oh, girl, I'm cold.
I've got my air conditioning on.
Oh, it's like 40 degrees here right now and damp. It's really damp. It's been raining for like 3 days straight.
It's all the heat mats in here and that Graham heaters.
Well, and still like in the 80s outside.
Yeah.
There's Blackie. Speak of
Blackie.
Blackie.
Awesome.
You want to see the drawing that I just finished and sold?
Yes, please. Nice. Is it a turkey vulture?
It is. It is indeed.
Do you guys have turkey vultures there?
No.
Oh.
We don't have any vulture families down here.
I had about a month ago, I was driving. It was literally a month ago because I was driving to the fish club meeting and oh no, I was driving to Bob's thing. I was going to meet Bob at the aquatic show or whatever, or the reptile show. And I was driving out my parking lot and a turkey vulture took a dump on my windshield.
Oh no.
It was like this thick. I mean, that just like right where I wanted to see. It was white and green. It was so nasty. And then so I went and I cleaned the windshield. Then I went to get gas, and their gas pumps didn't work right, and it canceled my credit card.
Oh, that was that day.
But at least I cleaned my windshield.
You didn't tell me about the turkey crap, I don't think.
I was so mad about the card. I forgot about the turkey crap.
Funny.
I was driving from Southern Oregon down the I-5 heading for California, and just a little ways before I crossed the border, and there's like it's like tall trees on both sides of the road, so you just see like green with a little strip of sky up above you. And because the trees in Oregon are really big, but I looked up and there was a big ass bird, and I was staring at it. Dawned on me it was a condor, and those things are huge. I mean, we're talking like a 6-foot wingspread. But I didn't get any pictures of it because I was driving, and sometime I want to get a picture and do a drawing of one of them. But they are big. But there's a place I think in Southern Oregon, right around the area that I was in, like way Southern Oregon, that does like raises them, like they get the eggs and hatch them and turn them loose. But I think that they started, I don't know if they still do, but I think they started doing it years ago because the DDT was getting in the eggs and killing the babies. So they almost went extinct so they started like rescuing them and hatching out the eggs and stuff. And now it's like DDT is illegal now, but that's one of the reasons it's illegal. It just about killed off the condors.
Wild.
But they are big.
You know, Peter, the mob guppy, donates to a group that
you need to get me some pictures, Grasshopper. Give me some photographs of them.
Did you hear me, Pam?
What?
Peter, that mob guppy, he donates to a group. He may have pictures of them.
Oh, really?
The California condor people.
Yeah,
or some kind of condor. He's shown pictures on his streams before.
Oh my goodness! Thank you, Grasshopper. Yes, I got it. Thank you.
I need to reactivate my credit card. I canceled it or had it deactivated because I was hacked, and it turned out they didn't get anything. But
good.
Still not fun.
No. Inconvenient. And hello everyone in the chat, by the way. Hi.
Good night, Jenny Lynn.
And hi, Scungy. I didn't say hi to you
Hi,
yet
Jen.
either. You went, yeah.
Yeah, it says California condors have a wingspan of 9.5 feet or
Crikey.
3 meters. They are huge. They are, I mean, I saw that one up above me and it looked like a freaking dinosaur or something. It was huge. Huge. But I would really, really, really like to do a drawing of one.
Right.
I think they were down to like 27 pairs at one time in the wild.
Yeah, they almost DDT almost killed them because it was getting in their eggs and so they weren't hatching. So that's why they started this rescue place in Southern Oregon where they were like getting the eggs and keeping them away from being able to get DDT in them, and then they were hatching them and turning them loose.
Mm-hmm. No paintbrushes.
And now there's like DDT's illegal, which is a good thing.
Are you getting any background noise from a microphone by any chance?
A little
I'm
bit.
getting a little bit like
Not
people
bad.
sound like people talking or something behind you.
Well, in front of me, out that way, but yes.
Okay, but we can't understand them or anything. And it's not like I'm not ready to climb through the screen and strangle you or anything. So you're good.
I wasn't
Right.
sure if it was my
Speak that
wall
language.
people or them.
If it gets too much, let me know and I'll shut the door. Slam it in their face.
Yeah. You'll have to say something in Australian though to them when you do it. Like you bloody boogers and then slam the door.
You have emus there in Australia.
In
Wow.
Australia we do, but not in this neighbourhood.
Yeah, that's where it was. Then I saw, I get all this useless information and I listen for some reason. But about the war on the emus, the army came, it was in the 1920s, to kill off the emus because they were eating all the crops and stuff. And it said the emus won, though.
Oh wow.
Can't remember. Was someone
War.
one of the Australian lads that only lives a short distance south of us says there's a population of them near his town, out near the coast, but they're an isolated population.
Yeah, that's right.
Down at further down than Yamba, I think Kempsey. I think it might have been. Whoever lived down that way.
Remember that conversation, but not who or where it was.
He's good Huawei. His mum and stepdad are here for the weekend as well with all this other mob, but he stayed at home to look after the animals.
It says that the condors got down to so some of the zoos in California started raising them, trying to save them, but they got down, even after that, they got down to 27 birds.
Oh, that's
It
very,
doesn't seem like enough to repopulate, does it?
It's not very many.
Is it 27 birds or 27 pairs?
27 birds.
Oh wow, I was off.
The entire
at least
world
I had
population.
27 right.
In 1987, the last wild condor was captured to try to breed them, and the entire world population of the species was 27 birds.
It's
We're
wild.
talking about cloning them though.
oh, it is.
I imagine it's a
And
pretty
they
stiff.
produced more than 100 eggs by 1994. And they're up to, in 1999, they were up to 161. And as of 2016, the total population is 446.
If you want, I'll ask Peter if he has some pictures
Yes, do that.
Ed, remind me.
And the other thing that was killing them was lead poisoning from bullets. So they outlawed that. No, not from shooting them. From
Right.
from them
I know that
eating
sounded pretty
from
good.
them eating dead things that had the
Been
bullets.
shot.
Yep.
All right.
So they in the Condor area they outlawed the lead bullets too.
Wow.
But it's extremely illegal to shoot one.
Yeah,
Extremely.
I bet you spend a long time in jail.
I bet. Yeah.
Wasn't the power lines affecting them real bad too?
I
Thought
am
there was
not sure.
something
Didn't
about.
say anything about power lines. I like I said they were like down to their lowest in about the year that I graduated, and I remember I was kind of following it. And DD, that's about the time that they outlawed the DDT too because it was killing them. And then they found that they were also getting like lead poisoning.
When you guys say paddock, does that mean field or pasture or?
Yeah.
I was watching somebody. It's not somebody I usually watch, but it came up. Some guy that does since he was a kid. He's a young man now, but he did like nature stuff. Miller, something Miller, maybe I don't know. But he kept saying in that paddock over there. He had some night trail cam stuff of a tail that looked like the Tasmanian devil. Somebody sent him, and he was investigating that. He
Nice.
did find a skull of one though.
That'd be a
Got the
nice
last one
stealth wolf.
done.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
Very nice, Ed.
I'd go for that. I love it, Ed.
Very
I
cool.
love those, yeah. They are so awesome, and the eyes are perfect. Yeah, they're awesome.
Let's see what they look like together.
Oh,
If I can do it.
Without dropping it, please.
Yeah, they
those
look
are
like a
just
set.
totally cool.
So good.
What a great idea.
Do you know what they are, Blackie? They're
Axolotls.
for yeah, for breeding caves is what she needs. So she asked me for 3, so I did 3.
For axolotls to go in or for some other type of animal?
It's the axolotls. They pair up in there, and they mate in those things. I guess better. They like to mate in caves or logs and stuff.
Yeah,
So
right.
she wanted ones that looked like axolotls for her axolotls.
Mine always spray the eggs all over the tank, over the plants and the sponge filter. And weird. If they
Maybe
had something like that, they do have caves, but not like big like that.
maybe that's just where they do the dirty.
They do a lot of it.
Good. Ready.
I probably would too if I lived in a little fish tank with a girl.
Actually, my female died.
Oh no!
Yeah, I've got
You're
2
just a really
boys.
lonely guy.
I started to order one from Foxy, but I thought, do I really want all those baby axolotls? No. No. Hello?
Well, I'm gonna go cook my brain. I'll be right back.
Ed on drugs. He's gonna go cook his brain.
I'm going to go and do something similar and get a drink.
Oh.
Sarah wasn't here yet when I was telling people, Sarah, can you believe this? I have over 30,000 watch time hours on my channel.
That means that humans have been watching your show, like watching you for
Over
30,000 hours.
over 30,000 hours, yes.
What a freaking bizarre concept.
And 102.7 thousand like views.
Wow. It's very impressive. But isn't it bizarre to think about?
Not often I do that.
That's how many hours people have like just looked at you and listened to
I know. That's how long people. That's how many hours people listen to my bullshit.
you. Real human people.
Over 30,000 view time hours, Blackie. On my
Nice.
channel. Over 30,000. 30,000 hours of people listening to my BS. Can you believe that?
Someone's got to do it.
Wow.
Kat wants to see what
The
Sarah's
lovely
working on. I'm going to blow you up. Here we go. 1, 2,
I'm
3.
getting on the big Q hotness. And sorry, by that I mean me.
What did
personally.
What did you say?
I said Q hotness because I meant me feeling like I'm bursting into flames with embarrassment. But I realize now that I've said it, which is going to make me have even more of the flames, that it might have sounded like something else. But
I meant the bit before that.
I don't know what did I say before that. My brain is busy being ashamed of this.
Ashamed with hotness.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's a very cool face.
Very nice texture. Very nice.
Has Ed seen that one yet?
I flashed it only just before, so you guys all. This is my third one. See, so what I was saying before, and I don't know if you heard, but I woke up with an urge to make art, and then I didn't. Not by choice. It just was things. I made tea. I moved some plants around. I moved the couch out of the rain. I received some seeds from Loki, bits and pieces. So I didn't do the drawing I wanted to do. So I feel quite bursting with stuff that I might not.
Yeah, you should show that one to Ed again now that Ed's back.
Oh, I'd love to see it.
Okay.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. I do love that. It's very Cthulhu-y.
Yeah, it is.
I'd like to make one of those. That's awesome.
Have you done other drawings today, Scungy?
Just since we've been on, I did this one,
Nice.
and I did this one.
Ooh, I like
That
that.
one's super cool.
Pam,
one's
can you
like
blow that up,
A
Yeah,
fairy.
hang on.
please? Please? How cool.
Look at those
Laying
wings.
on a
That's
rock or
amazing.
something. Oh, nice.
Love that.
Very good.
Very nice.
So nice.
Who knows? Because sometimes I get in this space and like I actually have something I want to do, and all this stuff I'm doing is like not the thing that it's hard to explain. But yeah. And now this guy, and I can't tell if it's me like sabotaging myself or it's me working up to it, because what I want to do, I want to use some other paints and stuff. So we'll see. We're just gonna find out as I go along what's happening. But
What do I want to draw now? I might get some stuff done for Tuesday so we can have a little auction on Tuesday.
Oh, do
Because
you
I
still,
have to get my rent paid
Oh,
because
get off.
they're threatening me with eviction again.
do you still have the parrot drawing?
That
Ed
one
did-
that one is in an envelope to go out
oh,
with
damn.
yours.
Pam did a drawing of Pretty Boy Floyd, and I got it wanted on auction.
Yeah.
Oh dear. That's so cute.
Looks just like him. Of course.
Nico. Uh-oh, who's got me on?
Oh, I'm on mute. I've been talking again on mute.
Damn it.
This cat is such a
When I,
ham.
when I see that cute face, I want a cat.
A while ago when he was on and he first saw him, the parrot, he was saying hello, hello to him.
What was that little? Sorry.
Nico's trying. I keep going into the kitchen, and Nico thinks I'm going to give him a dinner every time I go in there. But he's already ate, so he's not
Isn't
getting
that
a dinner.
how it works? We go in the kitchen, we get dinner. Oh no, I didn't mean that. Sorry. We get DINNER.
Yeah.
I can't say that word.
Messed up, did you?
I have
Yep.
another month of unlimited hours because I went to shut it off to cancel the subscription, the payment one, the $25 a month one. And guess what? I went to shut it off like an hour after they'd already charged me for the next month. So I have it until June.
5-hour streams, here we come.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, you can just stream right on into 68, huh?
Yep.
I forgot to put my timer on.
Uh-uh.
I'd still like to do. Oh, thank you. So, 1:30. Okay. Do you need me? It's fine. I trust you.
G'day, Teo.
Okay.
How are you, mate?
2 kilos.
Yeah.
Wow, he got 2 kilos of sausage.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. Okay.
But I think the main
mine.
thing everyone wants to know is what sort of pie you got.
You catch that?
No.
I borrowed my car to go to the shop. Put $50 in petrol in the bizone. Yeah. Mother's Day.
Nice.
You
What
need a
good
key
lad.
lime pie. One of your kids needs to get you a key lime pie. You will love it. They're really good.
We don't even you can't buy them, I don't think. However, that was potting mix for the thing. Thank you so much.
All
No.
the wins.
But I can put it in that time of mine. Thank you.
I'll be back in a tick.
What?
Damn it. Oh.
Hanging Bob?
Yeah, but I should have learned this the other night to go ahead and lay the background down before putting the things in the sky.
Oh, did you paint one last week?
I did a couple of them, yeah.
Oh, I got to see them sometime. Like,
Yeah.
post them on Instagram or something.
You should see them.
You need a key lime pie. They're so good.
it's just like so beautiful to watch the rapid progression into creativity that Bob has made. It's beautiful. I think you would feel a lot of joy getting to see it.
That's what I was cussing about. Is I forgot the lesson I learned about the sky and made the same mistake again.
I like lemon meringue pie too. I used to make it all the time. I also like rhubarb pie. Rhubarb pie is
Oh.
really
Oh
good.
yeah,
I
yeah.
Apple
love
and
rhubarb
rhubarb.
cake.
Apple and rhubarb, yeah, I've had that.
I love a good rhubarb cake. Mm.
Mm.
Do we know what the difference between a key lime and a normal lime is?
Yes,
Is that already being discussed?
yes.
Yes.
Team?
Key,
Now,
key
now I've got to
limes
go and
are
watch the replay.
key limes are grown in the Keys. It's a different flavor. It's tart. At least that's what my understanding is.
I don't know. I've never had a
Florida
regular
Keys.
lime pie. I've just had key lime pie.
We'll see.
I bet. Oh. Go ahead.
Well, I just never even knew what key lime is. I just know limes.
Okay.
I imagined it as like a variety of lime pie,
Yeah,
but
I just always thought
apparently
it was
it's a
Florida
different
Keys.
variety of lime. But the more I looked into it, like, I don't know what the actual difference in flavor is, because our limes are tart. They're like a lemon, but they have a taste of lime versus taste of lemon, but they're both just as sour. So if I'm doing anything like I squeeze stuff on salads, I make lots of salads, I put lemon or lime on them. Same
Andrew.
fish, lemon or lime. They both work because they're both just as sour. But we have no key. We don't really have that.
I don't think I've ever wanted a shot of tequila worse than I do right now.
I actually have some tequila in my cupboard.
How long's it been there for?
Like ever since I moved here and even longer.
You know, there's a gallon of tequila in my refrigerator. It's in the door in the bottom. It was here when I bought the house in 99, 98.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Probably
Really?
vinegar.
Nice housewarming gift.
I'm tempted. Maybe I should do a. I've got limes as well, organic limes from the farm, and I've got some
Always-
tequila to do a little show.
Yep. Yep.
All this talk of lime makes me want a tequila too.
Right. The salt, I can taste it.
I mean, tequila is.
I remember
wonderful.
on the King Frostmare stream one night, some gal was like she claimed to be a witch, and she was talking about putting to protect yourself from spirits. You put salt and lemon underneath your bed, and I said, "Oh, I've always got underneath that underneath my bed, right next to my bottle of tequila." That's the kind of spirits I like.
Was she impressed or?
No.
Well, I bet that key lime pie, as we know it up here, it probably developed in the Keys, the Florida Keys, kind of like
Mm.
Boston cream pie in Boston. But
That's the way I
and they,
understood it.
Yeah, I bet every key lime pie
I
you
bet
get,
that's
not,
it. Yeah.
I bet it's not made from key limes. Every one you can get, you know.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
probably right. It probably originated in the Florida Keys. But now it's everywhere, even Australia.
Yeah.
in my refrigerator right now.
It's only
Oh,
here
I
conceptually
want to
though.
get one. I need a key lime pie.
I would like one very much.
Oh, Andrew says key lime cheesecake is good. That does
I
sound
have
good.
never had that, but that sounds good. That sounds like it would be good.
I actually got my
I
key
just
lime
got
pie
most
near
of
Bob's
mine
house yesterday.
So
I got it at that Publix near Mouse Creek Road.
Yeah.
you can just buy key lime pie from your shop. See, I'm jealous. The best we can do, some shops have lemon meringue, and many don't.
Hey, George.
Not something we can get very freely.
Hey, George.
Hey, Andrew.
Well, my mom
Good night,
really
Sky.
likes the Publix fried chicken. So I picked her up some Publix fried chicken after I saw Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, I like Popeyes. Popeyes chicken is really good.
Andrew says those are dolphin skull soup bowls there. What?
That's
Maybe.
fun.
Is that what he said?
Oh, that's a King Frostmer joke.
Oh, okay.
The dolphins,
follow.
dolphin related jokes are from King Frostmers.
Got to see. Does Grasshopper know what Frostmere is?
That's where he come from.
That's where he came from.
He was spawned from there. Yeah.
Yep. show us
Did you
show
put
us
a
the drawing
link
again.
to it?
Well, I wanted to ask
So awesome.
some opinions
Oh, I love it.
because
Very good.
my choices at the moment are to leave it as it is or put colors on the rest of it.
I gotta go
I
and make
would
some
like it
good pies.
either
I'll
way.
be back.
Personally, I am a lover of black and white, but a lot of people like the colors. So
Well, do you know what? That's me too. And it's hard. It looks so different as well. When I hold it up, that like color on these bits, it looks a lot more vivid than in person. It's a lot duller. Because the thing is, I kind of don't want to color it anymore. But
I'm that way with this
Adams,
stupid
Ansel
stuff.
Adams was a great photographer. When I went to a museum in Boston one time, they had a Ansel Adams special exhibit going on. It was pretty cool.
who
Went
is
to,
that?
I think,
I
one
don't know
year.
that person. It's an artist.
Ansel Adams, he's a photographer that does a lot of
Okay.
like black and white photographs of like the Grand Canyon and
Yellowstone.
rock formations and stuff. Yeah.
That was a long time ago,
Best friends with Giorgio O'Keeffe and
right?
Stieglitz, Alfred Stieglitz.
Okay.
I did a paper on Alfred Stieglitz.
I guess
Nobody
I
even
brought
knows
my
him.
He
blue
did a lot
pen.
of like rocks with the lines in them and stuff, like
Well, I like that sort of stuff.
yeah, he was really good.
There used to be this magazine that I used to buy. It was called Black and White. And I still have, I don't know, about 6 copies, but they stopped making it. And it was kind of photography magazine. It was really good.
Hey, Pam, will you blow me up a second? I've got a artistic emergency. Not really, but these little lids flip open on the paint,
Yeah.
and instead of that one flipping open, I've used this blue before. The whole damn thing came off.
Now you're gonna really like that blue.
Well, but it should go back on, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
It should, yeah. But I take
You can
a paper towel and like wipe it off.
Yeah.
Do
To
what?
clear off. If you use a paper towel or cloth to just wipe the paint off the thread, kind of, that might be a good idea. But otherwise, you can just squeeze it on. To be honest,
See, it
I would
doesn't
just-
have thread. It doesn't
Oh.
have thread. It's got like up and down ridges.
I think you could snap it back on though.
I
Close
just snapped
the
it on.
lid.
I've been trying.
You know what? Extra paint will just add a gluishness to it when it dries.
Is that an apple paint?
All the ones that I have threads, so I don't know.
Good stuff.
I guess it went back on there. I just didn't want it. Okay, thank you.
Okay, I was gonna say if it doesn't snap on tight, you could like get a piece of
It didn't snap.
cellophane plastic and like put over the top so it doesn't dry out.
It
Yeah,
didn't snap, but it's on there, I think.
as long as there's some kind of seal so that the paint in there doesn't dry out.
This is probably why it was buy one, get the second one 50% off. Could be.
I haven't eaten anything yet today, and now you guys have me thinking of key lime pie. I wish I had a key lime pie.
Me too. And a shot or two of tequila.
I've
Now you-
never
Come here.
made a key lime
No,
pie. I've made lemon meringue quite a bit, but I've never made a key lime pie.
My
Somebody-
children have brought me some kind of treat. I don't know what it is. But I also haven't eaten today, but my day hasn't been as long as yours. It's only 3:24 in the afternoon here.
It's only 11:24, and I haven't eaten anything, but I've been drinking coffee all day.
That's not good, Pam. How's them legs doing? L-A-I-G-S, them feet and legs. Are they swollen?
They were pretty good, but I hardly slept last night, and they didn't really go down very much. But I know if I get sleep tonight, they've been like going down more than they were at night now. Like when I get up in the morning, I can almost see feet and ankles.
Are you still doing those stocking things?
Yes, I am, and I think that's what's helping.
They help mine.
But I didn't sleep for shit last night, and I probably only slept maybe 3 hours total. So my feet didn't do very good last night, so they were bad this morning. Boy, Ed sure is concentrated, isn't he? Look at them just staring at us like that.
That's not Ed, that's Nico.
No, that's Ed.
All right. Hey, Nico.
Look at his eyes. It's like, oh my God.
I thought he was looking at the bird, but it went back over there sometime. Well, I'm excited to have Dr. Damn, I can't think of anything. Anthony, yes. Tomorrow evening. Been wanting to have him on forever.
Excellent.
Or I could order a cheesecake. I could get key lime tomorrow, or I could get a cheesecake.
Get some tequila. Tequila.
We'll,
I haven't had a lemon meringue pie in a long time, but I don't like the store-bought ones. I prefer to make that one. And banana cream. I used to make banana cream pies for Thanksgiving all the time.
I love those with the chocolate and yeah.
I don't know that guy.
My favorite one is Black Forest. That's my favorite.
That's a good cake. I like black
Well,
forest.
I like cherries.
My mother used to make that for my birthday every year. And red velvet cake's good too.
German chocolate cake is good. That's what I used to get for my birthday. If anybody asked what I wanted, I'd say German chocolate.
Yeah, the coconut.
Yep, with the coconut frosting stuff.
I know all the cake ingredients, it seems. Oddly.
Yeah. So when I was young, I didn't really care much for like cooking and stuff. But when I had kids, I started to do a lot of things, and I did stuff like I made my kids toys and their clothes, and but I did a lot of
Hey there.
cooking that was maybe more traditional cooking. So I used to make a lot of stuff that was like trying to have no sugar or no processed sugar, and I don't know. I made this amazing cheesecake many times with no cheese. Made from like cashews and lemons and.
Where's your spit rag now?
I know it, right?
He had it. It was so ready.
It fell down behind me.
I was quite funny because I was looking at the bird going, what is the bird looking down at? And then all of a sudden this white thing came out of what I thought
And
was
he
its
just
mouth.
flew back over here 5 seconds before that.
No.
Sorry, Scungy, I cut you off. Yeah.
Sorry. Now look at that.
That's all good. I was only going to talk about this amazing, like, cheesecake that I made a number of times with no. It's like a no bake, no animal products, like
That doesn't
cheesecake.
sound fun.
It doesn't sound fun, does it? But like it's so good. I love it. It is as decadent as cheesecake. It's made with cashews, and it's just so amazing that you can make it. So the first time I had it, my best friend's sister made one for a party, and I remember eating it going, oh my God, it is so good. It feels like, it's just like a paleo cheesecake. And I was like, oh, I don't know what that even means. And so I researched and stuff, but then I made it because one of my kids was gluten intolerant, so we couldn't have gluten.
Well, that's
for
too
him.
bad.
It was really unfortunate, but guess what? Recently, so my mum is full celiac, so she can't have gluten at all, ever. But he was just intolerant, so it used to make him sick in the belly and give him a rash. But he didn't eat it for a number of years, and we've just recently started introducing it, and it's not making him sick. So it looks like he's okay, and he doesn't have that for life. It just was like a number of years of his childhood where he couldn't eat gluten, and now it seems like he can eat it without getting sick, and that's really exciting, especially since
sure.
it is in the family. Like my mum absolutely can't have it; she gets very sick if she has it. So that made it really hard trying to find foods and stuff to have, and sort of everyone in the family had to suffer because if the youngest person in the family is not allowed to eat it, like I can't bring it in the house, you know?
Oh, that's
So our
rough.
whole family had to be gluten-free for many years, and it's only just recently that it's like, hooray, we're allowed to have gluten. It turns out like glutinous cakes and stuff are so good. However, this one cheesecake that I made was also really good. It was really good.
Ed, I don't need to remind you that Peter's still looking for you, right?
Come on then, have a cuddle. Sweet girl.
I'm not afraid of PETA people.
Pita people? Like people made from pita bread?
Oh, those would be delicious. PETA
Nothing to
people
be
are
afraid
people. PETA is people against animal cruelty or something like that.
of. Okay.
But they're retards.
That's
Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said retarded. They're stupid.
okay. That's a shame. Because conceptually that seems great. We should all be against animal cruelty, right?
Yeah, but they're radical. So like
Okay.
there was this place up in Ohio that does this thing called the goldfish swim where all the kids jump in a swimming pool and grab goldfish. Okay,
Oh
that's
yeah.
pretty cool. But the fish fam went there to teach people about the fish and that's not good. And they gave them water treatment and fish food to try to keep the fish alive afterwards. Well, the PETA people called and said they were going to blow the place up if they didn't. And so they wouldn't let the fish fam teach the kids how to take care of the fish because they thought they were PETA.
Yeah. I remember that.
That
Yep.
was Haley and Rob.
Yep, that was Haley and
Rob.
Rob 93.
Yep.
Oh,
I was
wow.
going to go up
Yeah,
there
okay.
too. But there was a bunch of people from the Pennsylvania fish clubs that were sponsoring it. You
Yeah.
know, they give kids candy and stuff. And then the next year they let the fish fam help. So that was cool. But nevertheless, PETA's bad. PETA, like, they're always in front of the Atlanta Aquarium saying that they need to get rid of the Atlanta Aquarium. And aquariums
know
are
that.
terrible. They're also known for killing people's dogs that are chained to the front of their house because they say a chained
Yep.
dog is better off dead. So
Yep.
they'll kill people's pets.
When
Kill the-
when my
kill the
kids were in
dog, yeah.
4-H and we'd go to the county fair every year, PETA showed up one time and was pulling the kids, 4-H kids, off their horses, saying that, you know, riding horses is cruel, and they were like literally pulling kids off their horses.
If I was there, there'd be some PETA people with less teeth. That's all
Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
Ed,
Yes.
that T-shirt's going to incite a riot that you've got, that PETA shirt.
Yeah, I have a PETA T-shirt, and underneath it says "People that like to eat tasty animals."
People,
Or
eat,
something like
people eating tasty animals.
Yep.
Yeah. And then the back says something about how my favorite food is barbecue cat, and that's why I bought it because I love cats so much. You know,
Sure,
but it's just to offend PETA people.
sure. There's a great joy in the kind of irony of, hey, you know, because I imagine, yes, you love cats and you have cats, and I like the irony.
There was like 20 different ones to pick, but I
Yeah.
went with the cat one.
And you know, there's a group too that I donate to them too, actually, not a lot, but when I can, that's saving dogs in, is it China or Indochina? The dogs are in little bitty cages. I mean, they're like chickens or something, and they eat them. They sell them in the market, stray
Have that
dogs.
dog festival.
Sad.
What are they?
Well,
I can't stand to think about that.
yep.
You know, I found out, changing the subject, I found out that, because I wanted to see if I was going to die from something by letting this bird tongue me. That didn't sound right. Kiss me in the mouth. Qualifying what I meant there. Because he will, and he started that with me, won't you? Won't you? He's a kisser.
Hey, well, if I would let it, my dog would kiss me in the mouth.
Well, you can get parrot fever. I forget what it's called. It's a something osis. If Patrick were here, he'd know. Yeah. I don't think I want
Kids
to get
love me,
that.
but if I go to kiss them on top of the head, they go. You know, they like Stay away.
Well, I've been
You
closing
want
my
my head
mouth
far away.
when he kisses me now. I've been closing my mouth, and he pulls my mustache hairs. He wants tongue.
What my cats will do is if I put my head down like this and just hold still, they'll come up and sniff my nose.
Although I'm not very careful, my dog will try and stick her tongue inside my mouth, but she's not been successful yet. But I have to be very vigilant.
We used to have a lady back when I first joined the Ark. Her name was Deanna, and I hope she's watching this. But she would let her dog lick her inside the mouth. She would open her mouth and let it lick her mouth
I
inside.
bet people like that too.
Isn't that how you're supposed to let a wolf befriend you by letting them lick in your mouth?
Mm-mm. Just go
You
ahead
know,
and
a really
eat me.
good way to befriend horses is to gently blow in their nostrils.
Interesting.
It's what
Those,
horses do with each other, and so they'll do it to you as well. They'll blow at you. You breathe each other's breath. I love horses. I wanted to do natural therapies for horses and work with horses, actually.
Oh, cool.
I didn't in the end because I grew a baby in my belly, but you know, I'm particularly fond of horses.
I thought mononucleosis was the one from cats. Or is that what you're saying? Or is it the same one with birds?
It's a different organism.
Oh, Craig's here.
Hey,
And
Craig.
g'day, Craig.
Craig donated a fish to give away on my show last night.
Oh,
That was
nice.
so awesome. It's a stone carving of a
Nice.
zebra pleco.
Nice.
Nice. I saw that. I saw the fish.
That was awesome.
But did you try it, Craig? Did you try it? I think is the key question.
Try it.
The cat meat he was offered from one of his neighbours.
Like a dead cat to eat for dinner.
Yeah.
Cat meat. Ugh.
I mean, one of the things that I've heard is that eating meat eaters isn't very tasty.
The ears?
I don't
Meat
know if
eaters.
that's true.
I've heard the same thing.
Cat ears?
Eating meat
Yeah.
eaters, eating carnivores.
Oh,
Yeah.
somehow I misheard that.
I kept trying to figure out why is he saying cat ears.
I thought you
Like,
said eating cat
that's-
ears, and I'm like, there's nothing there. It's just a little sheet of.
Mhm.
Well, you fry them up and they're delicious.
Oh, yeah.
Crispy. Like a Dorito.
Delish.
Unfortunately, there's only two.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's full of cats, said.
You could
They
possibly. That's very nice, Scungy. How did you knock that out like in the last 20
Ooh.
minutes?
Since the last one.
Kind of looks like it's been sat there for hours. You could probably get creative with your cat's ear and butterfly fillet them. It'd take a very fine, sharp knife, though.
Oh, very fun.
I've seen cats have cauliflower ear like how humans can have cauliflower ear.
One way to find out. Start rubbing Nico's ears each morning for 5 minutes.
I don't
Get
want
those friction burns going.
They get those from getting ear mites and scratching their ears like crazy,
Mm.
scarring them, and fighting outside cats. That's how I
Well,
got mine.
that's an awesome drawing, Sarah. I think I need it.
Aw. Do you live near Craig?
Say again.
Do you live near Craig?
I mean, near in the context of the size of the country, yes, but still, I think we tried to work it out one time, probably 5.5, 6 hour drive away, I believe.
It's not too close.
Wow.
But yeah, that's not that far when you think about Nashville's 2.5 hours from here.
Yeah.
And just
That's
halfway across
closer than
Tennessee.
Memphis.
Yes.
In Wyoming, that's next door.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's a good point too, Craig. It's beautiful country between both of us, so it is a very pleasant drive to go on.
What kind of country is it? What's the
Mostly
terrain?
dry sclerophyll forest.
No emails.
Well, actually, was it Craig? Was it you telling us about that isolated population of emus down near you, or was it Ozzo or one of the other Australian blokes from down that way? I think he was saying Kempsey, but you're not Kempsey, are you? Maybe you are the Kempsey guy.
Oh, I think Black missed the drawing of the Kraken. You want to see the Kraken?
Oh my God.
The crack hen.
Oh, you saw it. Okay.
Yeah, I was kidding. Yes. I believe you've shown it to me before as well. But yeah, I had to go and disappear and do goodbyes and stuff. So everyone did a mass exodus all at once. It's quite relieving. Absolutely spot on, Huawei. It was AAA. That's right. But Craig says the emus are down there as well.
Apparently
You
it
heard
was
from Rabbit?
I haven't spoken to him for a while, actually.
I thought of him.
In New
Sorry.
Year, I think. I think New Year's we had a little bit of a conversation.
I was clearing out things on my phone today, and actually there was a screen recording, and I'm like, what the hell was that? And it was in 3 years ago, and I was open my phone, and everything it was showing on the screen, it showed me checking my emails and, everything. And then there was something from him even. There was stuff from Candy. I mean, this was 3 years ago. And it was like a 45-minute video of that. I'm like, damn, I didn't even know that was on there. I got to that's incriminating as hell. So I got rid of that. But he was on there.
That's true, Huawei. I haven't seen him for quite a while as well.
Who's that?
AAA, Amateur Aquatic Addiction. Hopefully he's subscribed to Pam's channel and also has seen the posts that I put up on mine saying that this stream... Oh,
Griffin, hello.
yeah, he knows this channel. Of course he does. G'day, Griff.
What kept you, Griff?
Griffin was looking for Bob.
And another thing that I saw on my phone too was there was one panoramic picture, and it was Griffin and his little boy and you and me, Ed, about 2 or 3 years ago. I didn't delete it. I need to send you that though, Griffin, if you want it. I was the only one that had a mask on, and I'm the only one that didn't get sick, I think. Where did we eat at? It was,
Olive Garden.
Yeah. That's right. That was good. After we went to the Rob's store.
I haven't seen Griff's show for a while. That's another deal.
He's been streaming on Sunday nights.
Yeah,
But I think
I know.
last weekend he didn't because his little boy was sick, I think.
Griff says he's got that picture, Bob.
You do have it? I sent it to you? Okay. I'll delete it. He was so little then. Michael was so little. I used to know some people. Used to,
I used to know people too.
right?
Now you guys are all the only people I know.
Well, you've selected well.
I know, right?
A bunch of people on the other side of the planet.
That's all right. When I win the lottery, I'm going to come visit you all.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That reminds me, Dr. Black, you sent me a message about something, and I keep forgetting to ask you about it. You asked me where something was, and you said, no, don't
The
answer.
theatre. The Tennessee Theatre, I think I was asking about.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And I think I looked it up real quick, and it
You
was
were
in
probably
Knoxville.
trying to do a crossword.
Is it a movie theater?
Not like this morning's question to Pam. No, that was I'd heard I can't remember which comedian it was talking about doing a show. I think it might have even been Bill Burr doing a show at the Tennessee Theatre, and he just had the most magical things to say, that it was such a beautiful old theatre and stuff. So I think I was just asking you, and also Ed, of course, being a local to that area, if you have been there and seen it or seen anything in it.
I don't think
Well-
that's in Knoxville, the Tennessee Theater.
I've sang at the Opera House in Nashville a long time ago when I was in high school.
Sang there?
The Grand Old Opera. It's big and old. Now,
Yeah.
Knoxville or Chattanooga has an awesome theater.
The
That's a
Bijou.
cave.
The
Have you been to
Bijou.
the cave?
No.
It's called the Caverns. It's a great big cave. It's like towards Mount Eagle, I think.
Huh.
But
No.
it is so awesome. I think they can fit 7,000 or 5,000 people in there. And it's
Never
just
heard
supposed to
of
be
it.
amazing sounding. And I keep wanting to go to a concert, but every time a good band goes, it sells out so fast.
There's the
Let me find
Bijou
it.
Theater downtown Chattanooga, and they have the old pipe organ. And I went there when I was in college with one of my instructors and her husband. They wanted to go see Camille, the silent movie, Robert Taylor, and what were some of those old silent stars? Pam, you were young then. What was that?
Charlie Chaplin?
Yeah, but the lady was, she was the one that said, I want to be alone.
Greta Garbo.
That's the one. It was her and Robert Taylor. Black and white, and the pipe. They had a pipe organ that played with the, the subtitles or whatever. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, Tennessee
Here.
Theatre in Chattanooga, apparently.
Check out this one.
Wow.
I wonder if
It's
that's the
so
Bijou
awesome.
renamed. Oh God, Ed, that's amazing.
That's here in Chattanooga, Bob. It's a
Never
cave.
heard of it.
They have some kick-ass bands in there.
I need to check
The
that
Deep
out.
South was in there, and I tried to buy tickets, and they sold out. And then they decided to go the second day. So I was like, oh, crap. And I found out a week later that they do the second, and it was sold out before I could get a ticket.
Damn it.
Where's Cleveland?
Ohio.
Or where
Never
Bob
that
lives.
doesn't mean anything to me.
Bob lives in Cleveland.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a lot of
Cleveland,
Clevelands. Like there's a lot of Athens. And that's where I grew up, about 30 minutes from here. But there's Athens, Georgia, Athens everywhere.
I got some request from some place about art stuff, but they were like, so we want to feature, all the Cleveland artists. And I was like, why is this being sent to me? And it might be like that, maybe if I have connections. Okay.
Not unless the phones pick up on it, and I'm in Cleveland. That's weird, isn't it?
Was like from Instagram or something. I'm like, sure, I get lots of really spammy stuff from Instagram. It's
I
true.
like your stuff on there, but it says I'm in Cleveland on most of my videos. I don't know why I put that, but
They always put me in Cleveland too. I think because my town's so small, and I live in Dayton, which is another town in Ohio.
I know
Cleveland,
that's
Ohio,
weird.
Dayton, Ohio. But they
Cleveland,
always like when I do closest gas station or Walmart, it gives me Cleveland instead of my town.
Tennessee couldn't come up with their own names.
This might not be very interesting to anyone, but I went to look at something online, I think just earlier today or yesterday, and it asked for like where I am, and sort of I entered like what my local store. I can't remember what I was looking for, something for my mum maybe. But anyway, it was like, oh, you look like you're near Sydney, 4000, Queensland.
Good
Only
combo.
Mikey would get that. What the hell? Sydney, like, okay.
How does
Sydney is in a state called New South Wales, whose numbers are all 2. And it's saying it's like Sydney, Queensland with a 4. Are Queensland numbers 4?
Yes.
Yeah. But, yeah. So I said, no, I'm not. Too bad.
Yes, if your Google Maps doesn't marry up, you're probably not on the right thing. And good to hear boy is better, Griff, by the way, as well. Sorry, I've been meaning to say that for quite a few minutes now.
You
I'd
like
say that he gets sick from wearing those shoes too long. He should have gave them to me. Tried to get them off of him.
Hey, was.
And Andrew says, imagine Sarah having some good old American moonshine.
Oh, I want to get some.
What would
moonshine.
happen? What would happen then?
I want to see if this stuff's gone bad.
I had moonshine one time, and we even went to the moonshine place to get it. Of course, the police had it staked out. I think I was 17. No, I must have been 18. But I had a big old Electra Buick car, a 70-something. And I had, let's see, 1, 2, 3 friends with me. A black guy named William that I'd gone to school with, and another guy named Mike Davis. He still lives here in Cleveland. And then the black guy, William's sister, Effie. And they got whatever they wanted, and we were already drinking it, and me driving, of course, on the country roads coming back, and we got pulled over, and I'm like, oh my God, my mother will kill me, she'll kill me. And William's like, they're not going to do anything then. They didn't, and I'm like, what? How did you do that? Effie got out and talked to him, the black lady, that she was our age, I mean, and they had killed her husband, or he had gotten killed in the riots they had in the 60s. And this was early 70s, so they didn't, you know, it was just a respect thing. They didn't mess with her. I'm like, damn.
This stuff is 17.5%, 35% proof.
But what is
And
it?
it says it's a butter pecan moonshine. It's
Sounds
made in the
tasty.
Smoky Stills, or Old Smoky Still, and they say there's no expiration date. It just says drink within 12 months of opening.
Yeah.
Solid
So,
advice.
and I bought it over a year ago. Do you think it's still good?
Of course it is. It's still
course it
sealed. Perfect.
Probably
like,
better than it was.
But is it just the liquor inside it? Just
Yeah,
pure
well-
moonshine and the bits and pieces.
Hey, Honda.
Yeah, right.
they've got this is like a clear or a plastic. It's not clear,
Yeah.
so it doesn't really look like that. It looks like this.
So,
Right, give it a swig.
Go
Give it a
get-
swig, lad. Get
Come on.
into it.
So good.
Go get some of those. Go get some of those pink donuts and open it up, Ed.
I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator first. I had some, and it tastes like a chocolate shake. It was amazing.
is what I say to that.
Hi, Lucky.
Ed.
G'day, Lucky.
Hey, Lucky. Good day, Lucky.
Lucky? Do we
Yeah.
know? Sorry.
Oh, so that Quavo is good down in my refrigerator, I guess.
What did you say the proof on it was, Ed?
35%.
35%.
Trash Cat said do a shot for me.
Oh, 17.5%.
35 proof.
I want to put it in the refrigerator because I tried it, a shot of it somewhere, and it was like chilled, and it was so good. When I saw it at the shop, I bought it at the liquor store, and then I forgot all about it in the back of the cabinet because I had to hide it because I had friends over and I didn't want them to drink it.
Hmm.
You know how it is. You have to hide the good stuff.
We don't.
You're churning them out, Scungy.
Like, not even as much as I want to be. But yeah. I had to say.
Well, that's good. I think we're gonna do an auction on Tuesday night when we do the stream on Tuesday night because I got to get my rent paid because they're sending me threatening notes saying I have to pay it. They want their money for some reason. I don't know why.
For some reason. I've been paying my rent, but I might have mentioned before I have $14,000 in electricity.
Oh,
Yeah.
ouch.
It's really bad. I just try and laugh it off because I don't have the money. I'm sorry. I just don't have it.
Blackie's sitting there drinking his wild turkey, thinking Ed get a man's drink.
Well, I mean, on an entertainment level, I would really like to see Ed take a big swig of that moonshine.
Ah,
But I don't want to be like bad friend.
I used to get some from a friend that made it every year, but it was like apple. It was really good. It tasted like apple pie. It was pretty good,
Tasted like apple pie, and
and it would knock you on your ass.
you're around.
I was given some blueberry moonshine in a jar like this about 25 years ago from a coworker that made it. And I thought, oh, that'll taste good. And I drank, and it was like, just like Everclear. It was,
Yeah, that
wow.
stuff couldn't be. Yep, some of that stuff is strong.
I thought it was going to be fruity, and I couldn't taste any fruit. It was just like pure gasoline or something. Jet fuel.
That white lightning we had was like that, Ed. It was, I never got any more of it. I didn't want any more.
I knew a person who used to drink methylated spirits.
This
My
stuff
dad
is awesome.
told me he used to work with an old fella back on the railways who
I bet that'd be good in coffee.
his secret to a long life was a shot of metho every night.
Well, this guy, so he lived. So there's a guy I used to work with many years ago, like almost 20 years ago. And this guy lived with the guy I worked with. And he just drank metho like a drink.
Hideous.
Yeah, I mean, it was bad. It was
I've
really
heard-
bad. And
heard
like he
stories.
looked like someone who probably drank methylated spirits for a drink. But yeah. He would
Heard
just
that
go out
if you
and
stand a loaf of bread up on its end and pour the metho through the loaf of bread, it filters out all the poisonous stuff in it. I don't have a lot of faith in that story, though.
And then does he eat the bread?
Yeah, and then eat the bread. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. No.
Bob,
Well, drinking
what
cafe, you
you're working on yet?
don't want to waste it.
What did you say, Pam?
I want to know if we can see Bob's drawing yet or painting yet.
Oh,
No.
nice. Yeah, can we?
Hell no. I don't
Aw.
mean hell no either. Oh, hell no. Nope. This
We're
is
gonna-
one. This is one that I'm not showing. There's just too much wrong with this one.
Sometimes those are the best, Bob.
Very much wrong.
That's not the case with this one though, Ed.
We're gonna have to get you an eye patch so you can walk around with the bird on your shoulder.
Right?
Yeah.
He's perfectly happy to sit there and poop on me. I have to put him a treat in his cage to get him to go to bed. Then he'll fuss at me for 2 minutes. He's a mess.
So I hatched some chicken eggs, a while ago. So I got the eggs and I had an incubator and I like babied them and got up in the middle of the night to make sure the humidity was right and everything, and hatched a bunch of little chicks, and most of them got eaten by snakes once they were alive. So it was all a little bit sad. However, there was one who didn't get eaten by snakes, and he turned out to be a rooster, and he was really cute, and he used to like to come and sit on your shoulder and hang out and yes, sit down your back and all that fun stuff. But because he was all alone, I decided he needed to find a new home because he wasn't really going to live a fulfilled life with us. So my mum's friend had a property and a flock of hens. So she said she would take him on and bring him home. So when he first hatched out of the egg, he was like a little black ball of fluff, and he was called Fluffball. And we called him Fluffball right up until he was a somewhat beautiful rooster, you know, shiny green feathers and copper all around his neck, and he was really lovely. But anyway, he went to live with my mum's friend, Jenny, and her flock of hens, and he was called Fluffball. And then once he went to live there, they decided a more appropriate name was Randy. So he got renamed to Randy. And but he's majestic and living his best life with a lovely flock of hens that he's loving very
Right.
passionately.
It probably sounds cooler in front of all the hens to be called Randy.
Right.
He's a Randy.
He's a Randy.
So, you know, when I was just out of high school, I met an American person called Randy. And at the time, I was actually surprised. I mean, now I know it is a name, but at that time, I didn't realize it was a real name. It's a real name. Just a real normal person going, oh, yeah, my name is Randy.
Did he live up to his name?
Don't know.
Pam,
Only Randy I can
I
think
know,
of is on the Trailer Park Boys right now.
Appropriate situation to work out whether or not he did.
Pam, if you blow me up, I'll show like the top 1/4 of this painting, and you'll get an idea of how bad it is.
Ooh, we like that.
I like that. Yes.
Well, it's intriguing.
So-
Please show us
So
more.
bad. So bad, Bob.
How could
Yeah.
you do that, Bob? Why would you even show that to us?
Show us a little more. He's like doing a striptease on us here.
Yes, he is, isn't it?
That's about half of it. I started out doing a sunset or dusk in North Carolina. Their hills over there are really rounded and kind of like Ireland, the next state over, but it sucks. Anyway,
Won't see
And
the whole
I-
thing.
I'm not going to show any of this because what it turns out, you can use your imagination looking like is not really camera ready. Yeah,
You know what I would do, Bob?
burn it.
No, I don't know what the other side looks like, but I'd flip it upside down and paint a sun on the other side and make that look like a stream and having it reflecting.
The other side is just a bunch of grass like this,
Yeah,
goldenrod and grass.
just throw up some.
Throw up.
Throw up.
That's what Pretty Boy Floyd thought about it. He came over here and tried to poop on it. But yeah, the sky's the only thing that turned out even decent at all, and I had to keep working with
Yeah,
that.
the sky looks great.
3 hours.
That's why I was like, make another sky. And the other side did good at skies.
No, I'm not, but thank you. I keep saying I shouldn't do any more drawing like that, but I don't mind.
Okay.
You know what? Would you guys mind if I headed out? I'll watch on the camera, but my back is really getting sore.
Yeah, I was just thinking it's getting kind of late. Getting
I'm
a little
sorry.
bit late. No, you're good. We've been here for 3 hours though.
We'll
Yeah.
forgive you. And
But thanks for coming up, Ed.
Oh, you bet. Thank you so much. See you guys all later. I probably won't be here next week because I'll be in Dallas, but I'll be back the week after.
Okay.
Bye.
See you, man.
Be safe, Ed. Oh,
Vic, hello.
G'day, Vic. There's a lovely fantail cuckoo calling outside somewhere, but one of those birds that you hear so frequently but rarely see. Actually, the last one I saw was on the kitchen table.
Bailey's and a shot of lemon juice. Ooh.
last time I saw a whitbird was when we went to the North Wall. Do you remember that one?
Same harbor.
I don't remember seeing a whitbird.
Actually, to be honest, we saw it and you said, "Do you know what that is?" And then we kept walking. And I was like, "I did, but I didn't know if you were serious or joking."
Oh, yes, this is acrylic. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the chat finally.
Finally.
I'm going to look up, because most cuckoos are migratory, right? Where they originate from, and if you get them over there, they're beautiful birds. Even though they're a cuckoo, so they're pretty brutal murderers.
I haven't walked out yet, Patty. Quit bitching. Quit your bitching.
I thought she was on Ed's ass for that. I'm getting ready to get up and warm up some formula and feed my rat pup.
I love that you bought it for food and now you're nurturing it. But are you just going to nurture it until you're ready to feed it again? Or are you going to keep it as an...
Well, I can't let it starve, and I guess I'll get more and more attached to it. So if I take it back, they're going to sell it for food. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it, actually. Yeah.
They make a really lovely pet. They are very smart and...
I don't like that smell, though, that urine and...
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's true. But the other thing about rats is that you can train them to go to the toilet in a specific place. So mice...
I don't think you have to train rats to do that. Rats do that naturally.
Yeah, they do it naturally, but it's better if you provide them space to do it within their home.
I think it's quite funny. You know my yellow bucket rat trap that goes on top of a big bucket? It's sitting out the back here, not set up at the moment, but there's a selection of rat nuggets sitting on top of the rat trap, like they're regularly going on it to use it as a toilet.
Yep.
just to spite me because I never caught a single fucking rat in it.
Most
Trash.
rats that I've experienced are not very good at catching rats because they're just too smart for the traps.
Yeah,
Really.
that's the ones that seem to be the most successful are the most complicated ones that the rats struggle to work out, like multiple pipes and stuff like that.
Just
So
found
I've
a
never
chocolate
had
bar.
really good rat success apart from you can poison them and then that is really not only ethically but there's so many other aspects to it that are difficult.
Trash cat. I don't keep a rat, but I bought a rat pup because one of my newest snake won't eat, and so that I talked to the guy at the store where I'd been getting mice for it, and it had been eaten. That's where I got it from him on consignment. And it had been eating live mice, just adult mice. But so then he suggested maybe a rat pup, and so he brought one out that had been nursing from the mom, and about the size of my thumb, I guess, and eyes still closed but furry, and but could make little squeaky noises. So I put it in, and the snake watched it, and I thought, well, it'll be gone in the morning, and it was still there 2 days later when I went back to, do the snake's water and stuff. It had gotten down against the heat mat, I guess, against the bottom, and it was very energetic. So I fed it last night, and I've got to feed it tonight if it's still alive. I put it in an empty, um, another thing that had a heat mat under it that it could burrow down in there. So, and that's what it did when I put it in. So now I don't know what I'm going to do with it.
So
Any of the other snakes would be glad to have it for sure.
Wow.
it's an old enough rat pup to be feeding itself. It's weaned off the mother, has it?
It tries to lick water, but it really can't. I'm feeding it with a 3cc syringe, 3 milliliter syringe.
Ah, gotcha. Righto.
He's cute.
Bet he is.
Is he as cute as Sarah's one in the bag?
Sarah's one in the bag.
Her rat, her pet rat.
I didn't know she had a pet rat.
Yeah, she showed it to us earlier.
I didn't see that. How come I miss all the good stuff? I didn't see it. In the bag? Oh, the I know what y'all are talking about, damn it.
No.
I'm at
Damn. I was going to let you see it, but I'm not now.
not after that. Right?
Can you just look away, Pam, while he shows us?
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm charging my phone anyway. I'm in bed with 3 dogs and a parrot, or sitting on the bed.
I'm sitting here thinking about what am I going to cook for dinner. I haven't had dinner yet. I haven't eaten yet today, so I might eat something.
I'm going to have a meatball sandwich.
Please sensible.
And
It's already made. I got it at the grocery store. Princess, don't bother. Don't bother. Princess.
Thank you, Andrew.
What's her name?
what's her name? I can't see anything. You guys can't see anything. I have to wait for it to dry.
Oh, wow.
Nice. looks very textured.
Well, I guess it just has to dry. It's annoying because some of them, like, I paint on the paper and then the paper wants to do whatever.
Here's the
Princess,
arm.
stop it.
It is Mother's Day here now.
Happy
So
Mother's Day.
I'll show you guys my kids.
Oh, is today Mother's Day?
Yes.
I'd like to know why American and Australian, actually all Mother's Days, well, obviously not all, but are lined up, but Father's Day is not.
I was
Huh.
wondering about that too.
This is Courtney. And that is Megan and Tucker. And my oldest daughter, Jessica.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Pam, how old were you when you had them? 55?
No.
Those are old pictures? Old drawings?
When I had my youngest, I was 42. And when I had my oldest, I think I was 21 or 22.
This could get interesting. Worm, look over your shoulder. Uh-huh.
There's Worm.
She didn't realize I had the parrot on my shoulder and she jumped up here. He's right over your shoulder. He tries to bite her ears, but she's avoided him. So, uh-oh. He's like, yay, there's those ears. You gonna get her ears? Huh? Yeah. Talking to the parakeets. All right, let's get up. That phone should have a little charge on it. There's Ed in the chat. A chug. Yeah. All right. Yep. Chihuahua pug.
Huawei says, so I need that picture Sarah was drawing that I said I wanted.
He's getting just a little bit greedy.
Which?
The one that I came back in on and said, did you just churn that out in the last 20 minutes? I believe it was.
Yeah, it was like the second to the last one you showed, I think. Something like that.
I'm going to say,
I'm going to blow you up.
I think it was the one before that. Yeah, that one. I was going to
That
say
one?
triangle.
Is that the right one? Grasshopper, speak up quick. Speak up quick.
quick.
You're giving
Or
me
come
a
back on
complexion
Tuesday.
Tuesday, where we chew everything.
And we choose which art to buy.
Oh,
It kind of looks like a dream catcher and a skull mix. So yeah, I think it was that one. Hold that one up again and let him say yes.
Yeah.
Let him say yes.
you hungry, Bella? Look at that. Just trying to find something to eat. He's trying to drink.
What's
Sorry,
a Chihuahua? Is that a Chihuahua sausage dog cross? Dachshund.
What's a what?
Chihuahua dog breed.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
guessing
what it is.
Chihuahua sausage dog.
Yeah. There's a lot of Chihuahuas in Tennessee.
I was listening to my regular Sunday morning radio show, and the host was talking to a gentleman in his tractor sowing wheat down at Wagga Wagga, and he had a Chihuahua, but he didn't call it a Chihuahua.
Really?
He just called it a Chihuahua sausage dog cross asleep at his feet while he was driving his tractor.
Can you all see the little wrap pup? Or am I?
Oh, I want to see it. Hang on. Sorry. I'm focused on my paint.
It's fine. It's feisty. It's hungry. It's trying to eat. I'm gonna go get
You
it.
know
Some
what? You raise that baby. I will love you so much and be so smart and good.
Hey,
I don't
Bubba.
know.
Its little ears are still closed up. Hey.
That's sweet though. Oh, you know what was so cool? Like, so my dog, I I was watching her this morning. So she came in. My kids brought me a cup of tea in the morning, and then that meant the dog came in, and she jumped on my bed and wanted to, you know, cuddle and all the stuff she likes in the morning. And I got to see like into her nostril as she was breathing. And her nostril actually, you could see like the light through it. And then as she would breathe, and then it would close. Like from deep inside the nostril, I could see it like light through it.
Hmm.
I didn't know that dogs had that kind of like closing mechanism
Oh.
inside their nostril.
I think it's so they can seal in scents and assess them properly without them being too overloaded.
Sure.
Is there
I mean,
a reserve on that
it was
drawing?
sort of
Is there a reserve on the Dreamcatcher skull?
no. No, there's not. Sorry, my brain is preoccupied at the moment, but it's not because I don't love you all. It's because I can't think.
35 Huawei offers for Dreamcatcher skull.
Oh,
Pardon me. That one was for you, Patty.
but save one for me.
Okay.
Right. Thanks.
Here, get down.
I'd like to have one and have it just be for me, please.
And there's
If
the
you don't have
present.
one, okay, but
You couldn't be hungry.
plus warmth. Just like cuddle that baby. Sorry. Oh shit. My
Yeah,
brain can't think of everything at once.
I have a friend with a dachshund, and she's given her dachshund its own Instagram.
Yeah.
Did she?
Yeah, you remember Sally and her little barky defensive dog? I can't remember what his name was.
I do. He's like, you know, not real nice. He's got like a kind of small man name, right?
Kiwi.
I can't remember, and I don't want to go looking it up on Instagram because I don't want to get notifications from the dog's Instagram feed.
It doesn't matter very much. I just remember that she specifically said he was an asshole.
I think a lot of dachshunds get that reputation. I know my auntie used to breed them a long time ago, and yeah, I don't ever remember her having a good, fun, decent dachshund.
I just need these to dry. Sorry.
Is the black bits paint as well, or charcoal?
The whole thing is paint,
Wet.
but I just need them to dry because I'm going to draw on them again.
You're going to feed the rat, Bob?
Yeah. Did y'all see what the parrot did?
Oh, no, I missed it.
No.
Oh, I saw him chewing on
Did
the
he eat
apple.
the
Yeah.
rat?
Yeah. And he also opened a banana over there.
Busy boy.
Maybe he'll go to sleep. I'm going to go get the rat. Y'all be good in here while I'm gone. I'm just warming its formula up in my hand.
Put in your armpit.
Huh?
Put in your armpit or in between your testicles and your thigh.
No, I'll go for the arm.
That's nice and warm.
They're pretty warm spots.
That's a real good idea, though, about the armpit. I never thought of that.
Where are you at, Honda, that you had Mother's Day 3 days ago?
Really?
Or you're just celebrating with your family on 3 days ago?
Oh.
It's not a weird tradition in your country to have Mother's Day at a weird time. Callie.
Blackie and Bob. We had two of the mini dots at the park, and they were pure bread paper and everything. A toddler slapped one up and it snapped at her, and so I got rid of them. I'm like, I'd get rid of that baby right quick. But California.
He says it's from Mexico, Mother's Day. That's a good callback to, what was it, like a week or two ago when we were talking about different religions and whatnot having their holy day on a certain day of the week. It's not always Sunday.
Not always.
10% battery, so let me feed this rat.
A nice chain for a Craig. Did you get the anklet to go with the chain? And the padlock that you...
Who's with? This is
Never
going
mind.
kind of...
Making a very poor joke.
All
You
right.
guys, Gunji?
I think after Bob feeds his rats, we'll call it a night because my legs are hurting from sitting for too long, and I got to find myself something to eat.
All right. Well, he eats fast, so here you go. Right here, baby. Right here. Come on. Come on. Hey. He's hungry. I need to start feeding him more than once a day, obviously.
Just start squeezing it out slowly before he works out where it's coming from. That's what I'd be doing, even if you spill a bit.
Yeah, he's kind of like doing it with, there we go, with kittens. I've done a gazillion of those. There he goes.
There he is.
It's just that last night,
Get that hand go out.
like he's pushing on mama.
True, yeah.
I want to watch. I just can't stop.
You'll have to watch the replay.
Maybe.
He's a brown color. I was thinking he was black. Come on, back up here. Come on, baby.
Oh yeah, we got 35 going once. I forgot about
Me too.
Grasshopper buying the drawing.
Oh. Me.
About-
three.
Oh, hang on.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. You're super slow. Cut it out, mama.
3 hours, 28 minutes approximately, Sarah, for your rat feeding timestamp.
Okay. I'm going to stop with what I'm doing there. Oh,
I can just hear the rat while Bob's got his mic muted. I can hear the rat going, "Oh, oh," but it loves it.
Okay, 35 going twice for the dream catcher skull drawing. If anybody else is interested, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Hold your what? You know, I'm going to use one of those little pipettes after this time.
Yeah, they're soft. They're softer.
wait,
Got it.
A whole lot more control.
Yeah,
wait.
I bought like a bulk box of those in the house. I have them all over the house.
I've got a whole pack of them, you know, for the art stuff. I just thought of those. Look at him do his little feet.
Yeah.
What
Oh.
are we going to do with you? I'll have to find a rat home
We
for you to
can like
move to.
feed him to snakes now, Bob.
No, I can't do that. But he sure does look tasty, you know it.
He absolutely does. He just baby, little baby.
I can't believe that heifer wouldn't eat him. I don't know what she's waiting on. Uh-oh.
So I mean, like, so defenseless and tasty, and yet, so he's just not meant for food.
I'll be back in a tick. If you close down before I get back, no night, everyone. Have a good few days until I see you again.
Baby,
You hear him?
yes,
So I'm gonna say sold
hilarious.
to Grasshopper for $35 plus shipping.
Congratulations, Grasshopper.
Thank you. I'm sorry, I got like little mum tears in my eyes for the screaming that baby.
He's nice and warm. When I looked at him a while ago and went back, he had already burrowed under the bedding and stuff and got down against the warm mat. You're getting plenty. You can't go too fast. You don't want to get you choked. Goodness. And you know, another thing a lot of people don't know, I found out the hard way with bottle feeding kittens years ago. If you don't get that formula off, it'll crust and make a scab. So it's really important to get that wet formula off of their faces. So I'm sure the same with this little guy. Look at you. You ain't no good. Little eyes and ears are still closed. Oh, he's sniffing.
Baby.
He's sniffing for. I said, where's that teat at? Where's that teat at? Here. He said, you haven't even taken half of it. Oh. No, wake up. Just gonna let him rest a minute. What you shaking for? He's a cutie. And one that could have been his daddy, the big Brazilian rainbow boa, ate a couple of days ago, a big white rat. No questions on that. Right? He's kind of a chestnut color. I see why people have them as pets, but I just can't deal with that smell. I had a mouse when I was a kid. I can't believe my mom let me keep it. I probably had to clean it every day. I don't remember, but
Mice are stinkier and dirtier than rats.
really.
Absolutely. So mice will like pee and poop just everywhere, and they don't care. Rats are quite clean. If you give them a good space, they will be really clean. They will toilet in the one area, and yeah, they're very intelligent little pets to have.
I've got a couple of cages that he could grow up in, but I really like to find a rat rescue. I just don't want
I
somebody.
had I had one. So I had like a cage for her, and she had, you know, all the bedding and a little hidey hole and stuff in it, but it's just to keep it open. And so she was just free throughout the house. And yeah, there was never any, she never like toileted in the house at all. She would just come, she'll come and sit with you on the couch when I was cooking dinner. She used to come and sit on the bench and wait to be, you know, I'd give her like the top of the carrot or something, whatever was scraps from the veggies that I was chopping up, and she would take them. And, you know, she was just really
You
beautiful. And
see her little ear. I don't know if it's a girl or a boy. Her little ears are so cute. They're still closed up, like its eyes. Let's see if you're a boy or a girl. Let's just look. Look at you. You're strong. They say he's so strong. Got a long tail. It's a little girl.
girls are nicer as rat pets as
I
well.
believe it. I believe it's a little girl. There's not a whole lot of anything there.
I mean, boys end up with just like really massive nuts.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing there yet. Got some big old feet. Yeah. Come on. Let's get the rest. You still are at halfway.
Yeah, I got vanish for 1 sec.
Come on. What's wrong? That's not enough. Now, come on. So I'm sure its belly's tiny. Here we go. Good job. Its little whiskers are brown. They're so tiny you can't. Okay. I think he's done. She's done. Done. Don't get over there in the bird poop. Don't get in the bird poop. All right. Back you go. Come on, back you go. Wonder if she would drink it out of my hand if I put it there. I don't think she's big enough yet, but I'm gonna try it. You know, little possums will do that. Maybe possums. That would just make it grand if you would drink it out of my palm. Yeah, I don't think you're big enough. Get choked. She smells it, but she's not sure. She's had
G'day,
enough.
GRB. What did I miss?
Just her eating some, but she's full, I think. It's a girl, we determined. What can I name her? Pammy? Pam, you got a rat watching your stream. She can't see her here. Poor little thing. I wish that corn snake had eaten you. I really do. But too late now. What? Again?
Why, thank you, Grasshopper.
That's awfully kind, isn't it?
Yes.
What the grasshopper do?
He said the rat kind of looks like me.
It is cute. Oh, come on. This the matter. You don't want any more? I don't think she wants any more.
Yeah, that might be the angle Grasshopper was coming from. The cuteness. Same here, says GRB. Nice.
And the irony is that she's living in the tank right beside the snake that wouldn't eat her. All right, get back down in there. Nestle down in there.
Maybe it's one of those unlikely Pixar movies where two, like Milo and Otis or something like that, two animals that aren't supposed to get on become the best of friends.
It's the corn snake that wouldn't eat her.
Oh, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you, Grasshopper.
What's he saying now?
You don't even want to know.
Well,
I'm going to kick his ass, though.
oh, are you not going to go to bed? You need to go to bed. Yes, you do. Well,
I'm
I'm
always
going to.
doing naughty things on the Discord. Which Discord? So I can go and look.
No, it's a private message he sent me.
Ah, right.
Oh.
He also says in the chat for you to check the Discord.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, guys, I think it's that time to go to bed, but I've got to eat something. I've got to walk around because my legs hurt and find something to eat. I don't know what yet, but I'll find something. Something quick and easy, hopefully. So, thank you, Blackie. And thank you, Bob. And thank you, Ed. And thank you, Sarah. And thank you, everybody in chat. And thank you for the mods and everybody that came in to say hi. And good night, everybody. And we'll see you Tuesday night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Tuesday. Thanks, everyone.
Oh, I've got to click the button, don't I?
Yeah, hit the damn button, Pam.